Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, my neighbor.
Good morning to life.
Good morning.
Music, talk, inspiration, in perspective.
Express yourself. Good morning, my neighbor.
Citi FM, your station.
It's a refreshing lifestyle.
Citi FM 97.3.
Come on. Where are my worshipers? Jehovah. Jehovah.
Biggest conversation.
You woke me up this morning, started me on my way. You're the reason I am living. Woke me up this morning, started me on my way. Let me hear you say, you are the reason why I'm living. Woke me up this morning, started me on my way. Say, you are the reason why I'm living. Without you, I'm nothing, Jesus. Say it again. You are the reason why I'm living. Woke me up this morning. Started me on my way. Everybody, you are the reason. You are the reason why I'm living. Oh, woke me up this morning. Started me on my way. And Jehovah, you are the most high. Jehovah, you are the most high God. Jehovah,
Uche Agu with Most High, 28 minutes past 6. Wednesday the 14th. This is 97.3 Citi FM. You're tuned into the Citi Breakfast Show. Your favorite radio dial. Broadcasting from Adabraka in Accra.
you are the reason I am living. You woke me up this morning.
So the question to you is, do you know the reason why you're living?
My way.
It's not enough to make money. It's not enough to be famous. It's not enough to have family and do great things. You need an aligning purpose that drives you in those dark moments. Somebody says, until a man discovers why he lives, he's not fit to live. So purpose is the driving force for lasting accomplishments. Strive to find it. It says, before I formed thee, I knew thee. And before you came out of your mother's womb, I had ordained you to be a prophet. So what are you to be? Purpose is not encapsulated in what you do necessarily, as it is in who you are. It defines what doors open that you want to enter and doors that you say no to. It's the real thing that separates you from other people. It's the defining, underlining reason for your life. And at some point, you have to grapple with it. You have to embrace it. You may resist it. It may not sound great. You may want something else for yourself. It's not necessarily your decision. It is certainly your discovery, because it predates your life. So what is the reason for your life? What is the purpose for your being? What is the underlining, driving reason for doing the things you do? This is true for individuals, it's true for companies and organizations. Go back to purpose. That's the real reason for the existence of that entity.
You're the reason I am living. Woke me up this morning.
So we are going back to the original intent for our making and our being. Because when purpose is misunderstood, abuse is inevitable. When purpose is misunderstood, abuse is inevitable. So the charge for the morning, go back to purpose. Purpose for this company, purpose for this marriage, purpose for this season, purpose for this time.
Woke me up this morning. Started me.
And that's Business Sense, brought to you by Access Bank, with the fantastic offer of up to 500,000 cedis in cash. Another amazing rewards in the Fakitwa Beji Kesia promo. Nobody's left out. Depositors, young account holders, all stand a chance of winning part of this big jackpot, plus some fantastic gadgets. We have 4 mini draws and 2 mega draws. This is on from now till September 2025 in partnership with the NLE on the Caritas Lottery platform. Terms and conditions apply. Call 0800 004400. Access Bank, more than banking. The show has many components. The newspaper review segment with Richard Sky and Caleb Kuda for this week. We're also bringing you business news at 7. Sports, 1/4 the hour. So much to talk about. We're launching a big project today on the Citi Breakfast Show. We've hinted, we've given you some insights, but today we'll tell you how it's going to be a big thing in the month of June.
I am living. Woke me
It's also an interactive show. Already, more than 6 individuals have sent me one particular video. So one of the bus stop boys was at a roadside and saw how people who call themselves scrap dealers are destroying our environment. So an architect sent me a very long message this morning. He wants a conversation about banning the activities of so-called scrap dealers who destroy public property in the name of looking for scrap metal. We'll deal with that as well. Lots of feedback coming in from things we've raised in the past few days. People want to know the name of the TV show that the pediatrician said people should stop getting their kids to watch. People are looking. All of these and more coming up on the Citi Breakfast Show. But from the dreams of youth to the ambitions of adulthood, wherever you are on the journey of life, we are here to support you, make it happen. Every goal deserves a chance to flourish. With hard work, dedication, and strong belief in yourself, the seed of greatness is within reach. So trust in the journey and understand that Fidelity Bank is with you every step of the way. We're also sponsored by Piva Beverages. If you're looking for the best of flavor in every sip, enjoy the classic cola, the great cocktail, the Piva Orange, as well as the Tangy and others. Call 0550-032-231. Piva Beverages, a taste you love.
This is the Citi Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
Join the conversation on the Citi Breakfast Show on Facebook at facebook.com/Citi97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/Citi973, and Instagram at instagram.com/Citi973 with the hashtag CitiCBS.
If you have 250 Ghana cedis right now, it can do wonders for you. Chairman, Fabeji, it could turn your tears into joy in the Access Bank Fakitwa Beji Kesia promo. Madam, Fabeji, it could get you up to 50,000 Ghana cedis cash prize. Business owner, Fabeji, as a student, make transactions with your Access Bank card, and that could get you Spotify and Netflix subscriptions, PS5, iPhone 16 Pro Max, and more. This be out of class senso. Fabeji, you see what 250 Ghana cedis can do for you? And Gasakra. Fabeji, it's the Access Bank Fakitwa Beji Kesia promo. Deposit a minimum of 250 Ghana cedis and its multiples in your new or existing account and be on your way to winning a share of the 580,000 Ghana cedis in cash prizes and other amazing rewards. The more you deposit, the more your chances of winning. Promo runs from now to September 2025. This promo is in partnership with NLA on the Caritas Lottery platform. Terms and conditions apply. Access Bank, more than banking.
The City Breakfast Show. Rise above the noise.
I'm a fool and a fool. I saw the thing going. Kenny, ice. Where's for the Vima Satung women, so the Kama Blanco Cano, I put on a meal. Mabonwes may I put on a meal. Ataba Minya Gamatu Honemio. Miomi Chen skyscraper, Mupertas, Mabado to Amadongo Ginamio. Omatanko don't you go and a meal. Abagala do go man your ball on a meal. And then me dram your mitatra. Ilagi, who have you Vaswa crack. The Bliboa Fimi Dwafa, Rimado Lolo, La Kacha, Udiasa. Vibali, Vimali, Stizali, Swagahali, Gamali, Betali, finally, Avieta Hali, Palali, Kadali, Chekali, Akantahali, Andali, Doteli, Jemali, Tupavia Hali, Sticado 2, Sticado San, Sticado 2, Sticado 2, Sticado 2, Sticado San, Sticado 2, Sticado 2, Sticado 2, Sticado San, Sticado 2.
Finally, betterly. 6:36 on the show today. So much to talk about on the program. Jumping straight into the headlines. Good morning. Meaning what? The beard has nothing to compare with the eyelash.
No. What it means is that it came to be the eyelashes.
So even though it's longer.
So there is no way it to be teaching lessons on history. To the eyelashes, because the eyelashes were there from the beginning.
But that's what I'm saying. The eyelash is small, the beard is big, but still the eyelash is older.
Yes.
So the fact that you've grown taller than me doesn't mean you are wiser than me.
So you can't be giving history lessons to your mother.
Correct. Correct. I think that makes a lot of sense. Even though you may have had a higher education.
Exactly. Yes. Because when she's sitting, the things she's seeing.
More than.
No.
100%.
Sayings they ever inside.
But did he say it in the song?
Oh yeah, inside.
Oh, I didn't all I heard was finally, mentally, Avietally. That's all I heard. I didn't hear anything else, Charlie. You know, so
this guy.
So who's this guy?
Oh, this is Kitty Eyes.
You know?
Kitty Eyes did.
So you are determined to make him a star.
Oh yeah. Kitty Eyes. Oh no, Charlie. Finally. Yes. So. Yes. That's right.
So is this how he wants to become a star?
Oh yeah.
You have a lot of work to do. No, we'll make him great. Let me read this quickly, just to set us a zone. Good morning, Bernard. I believe you're doing well. My name is Benjamin. I'm a professional architect. This morning, I want to bring to your attention a very urgent matter. That is the issue of scrap dealers. There are a lot of young men, some of them foreigners, roaming around our cities and towns, claiming to be collecting scrap metal for sale to scrap yards. Their main modus operandi is to steal iron rods, electrical cables, air conditioning, copper pipes, etc. from construction sites, as well as metal components from road infrastructure. This is a serious one. As a country, we need to urgently address this problem. There has to be serious regulation of this practice. I will even recommend banning individuals from going around and collecting scrap. Attached are some images for your attention. The two photographs are of people who came to my site to cut iron rods in the name of collecting scrap. Thanks and have a great day. I've received this probably 7 times. Different people have sent variations of this to me. And Sky, some of these guys go on highways and systematically destroy the roads by removing first the barriers and then the iron rods in the roads.
Exactly.
These are nation records who need to be checked. I also think the activities of scrap yards. So you see a vehicle. I think I was driving somewhere and I saw like a huge truck with all kinds of things in it. There has to be proper regulation of scrap metal business in Ghana, and the government has to make example of nation records like these who steal even railings. So you have railway lines, people go and steal them, and it can cause problems. So thank you, architect. Is it Benjamin? for sending this message this morning. We'll find time to deal with it. Let's get into the headlines.
Okay, let me take you to the Ghanaian Times. The big story says chaos at Malam Market. Traders, pedestrians invade the road and they have abandoned the footbridge that should connect both ends of the road. And an aerial photograph is taken in Bernard. This is actually chaos right there. Also on the front page this morning, NLA boss explores tech partnerships in China to transform lottery operations. Comes with a photograph of Mr. Abdul Salam. And let's deal with labor migration in sub-region. Rep from ECOWAS is urging all
right. Daily Graphic leads with the police and update on Galamsey fight. 99 excavators seized, 208 arrested, and then exam or practice national security threat. This is WAEC warning. COPEC launched SML's revenue assurance model, and GUTA is endorsing the Ghana Standards Authority's measurement enforcement, and also Professor Amir Kumfi, former GIF CEO, charged over $2 million SkyTrain project over the SkyTrain project.
The Daily Guide, politicization of SML unhealthy for revenue generation. This is coming in from Duncan Amwa. Also, NLA boss explores tech partnership in China. 2 charged over $2 million SkyTrain saga. And Unity Right Leadership will win 2028 elections for MPP. Eugene Boache is speaking on the front page of
on the Ghanaian publisher. Spy chief threatens to review state secrets, Atachia warns, and SML marks 5 years of downstream operations, rolls out upstream and minerals audit platform. In Sawam, MCE confirmation is a farce. This is Anodon Press speaking. There are other stories here as well.
The Chronicle, $2 million SkyTrain payment. Ayine ready for plea bargain as Professor Mayor Kumfi and Solomon Asamoah are charged. Also, the story about Eugene Boachi calling for peace and unity within the MPP makes the front page. Other stories here on the front page of the
Daily Gist comes strong on the spy chief once more. It says he faces fresh charges in 49 million Ghana cedi scandal. National security arrested over killing 5 in Insawam. Canada Japan was never slapped with $18 million fine in Anas case. This is his aide speaking. And AG drags Amir Kumfi to court in $2 million SkyTrain deal, and Namibia chases Baume's good for oil program.
The publisher, Ghana State Secrets may go public. Lawyer warns over rearrest of Edu Boahen. Also on the front page, police arrest traveler with guns, bullets, and ganja. And then another story says transparency questioned in Sawam MC's confirmation.
The Herald, more revelations emerge in ex-minister's 600,000 Ghana cedi cash for contract scandal. Comes with a photograph of Reverend John in Team Fodro and CID boss D-Cop Lydia Yako Donko, and Mahama handed Sami Jemfi's political future. MPP divided over his fate. Jogate escapes charges in $2 million SkyTrain project case.
The News Center says over 80 billion Ghana cedis debt chokes energy sector. President Mahama is assuring all of us that payments will be made by 2026. Also on the front page this morning, minority raises red flag over presidential power vacuum. And some other stories on the front page.
The Ghanaian Point. President Mahama responds to petition to end controversial YEA Zoom Lion contract. Parliament to reconvene on May 27 for second meeting of 2025 session. And who is leading the country now? Minority slams President Mahama over constitutional breach. I ignored intelligence not to go to Bokoda stories here again attributed to the IGP speaking to the Otumfo, and the spy chief story is here as well.
The Daily Post says MPA will sanction non-compliant oil marketing companies to ensure sanity in downstream petroleum industry. Mr. Tamaklo is speaking here on the front page. Also on the front page of the newspaper, Mahama shares Ghana's debt restructuring lessons at AU conference, and a number of other stories make the front page.
The Informer, don't blow CD gains but sustain it. Guta boss urges government. Are you spy chief threatens to divulge national security confidentialities, and public police partnership pays off as man with dangerous contraband nabbed. Other stories here, they've been captured earlier.
There's a story that parents must take note of. It's on the front page of the Junior Graphic. It says seek medical treatment for children children who snore.
Hey.
ENT specialist is calling on all of us. And the question is, how about adults who snore?
Maybe that's unsalvageable.
I know, right? And BEC tips are in the newspaper this morning. And somebody is also saying, I'm looking for my mom on the front.
I'm going to give you headlines from just 4 portals. The first one, citinewsroom.com. Edu Boy may be forced to disclose national security details attached here is warning. That's number 1. 208 arrested, 99 excavators retrieved nationwide. This is on Galamsey, according to the police. 3 Justice Atuguba pledges to uphold academic freedom at UCC. And then commercial drivers to strike May 19 over roadside trading and traffic violations. That's an interesting one. And then the Dafamekpo sues in Team Fojo for defamation. Those are some headlines on citinewsroom.com. Channel 1 News is leading with the Galamsey story. 208 arrested, 99 excavators seized. Also, Sami Jemfi remorse should assuage public anger. Edu Tamaklo speaking. He also says calls for his dismissal are misplaced. Meanwhile, Haruna Mohammed says it's clear this is a test case for Mohammed's government. In other stories, we've already read that former GIF CEO to face trial. Indeed, he's been granted 15 million cedi bail in the Sky Train payment. Meanwhile, the GRDA, which is the Railway Development Authority, is distancing itself from the railway workers' strike. So we're keeping an eye on the railway story. If I go to my journal line this morning, no more protection from the bench Fifikwete, says MPP in fear after CJ suspension. And then a raft of stories around the running issues we know already. Ex-GIF CEO and Prof. Amir Kumfi charged over $2 million Sky Train theft. I'm going to give you some very interesting headlines. If you go to High Street Journal, government is poised to ensure city stability doesn't become a 9-day wonder. According to the Deputy Finance Minister, pressure is mounting on PURC to cut utility tariffs next quarter to reflect cedi's appreciation. And then there's an interesting lead story where the World Bank is flagging agribusiness as Africa's most promising path to jobs and growth. Indeed, it's a blog written by the one of the vice president of the World Bank, who basically says that the hidden jobs engine in Africa is not even manufacturing, it's agribusiness. We'll discuss that later on. Sky, let's start with what do you want to start with?
This market story.
You want to deal with it?
That's right. Especially when the paper actually has an editorial on it saying that we should stop using roads for purposes of selling our wares. So the story on page 12 of the Ghanaian Times says that a section of the Accra Cape Coast Highway near the Malam Market has been overtaken by traders, creating major inconvenience for motorists and pedestrians who ply the busy stretch on a daily basis. Now, during a visit to the market, the Ghanaian Times observed brisk trading on both sides of the road, so inside and outside, with a number of locked shops and empty stalls, suggesting that some traders had abandoned their spaces
and
in
moved
the
into
market
the street
in favor of the pavements and the roads. Now, traders mostly selling foodstuffs and other merchandise have extended their trading activities beyond the market, displaying their goods on pavements, road shoulders, and even occupying one lane of the 3-lane road. Now, this situation compels vehicles and pedestrians to compete for space, particularly during peak hours and market days, with the congestion which is further exacerbated by the irregular parking of trucks that supply goods for bulk breaking and narrow the road.
Well,
even
let me
further.
give you a related story. CityNewsroom.com. Commercial drivers are saying they will strike Monday, May 19 over roadside trading and traffic violations. Quite interesting. Commercial transport operators across the country have announced plans to embark on a nationwide strike on Monday, May 19. The action is to protest what they describe as government's failure to enforce provisions of the Road Traffic Regulations Act 2012, which prohibits trading on roads, pavements, and at designated bus stops. At the center of their concern is sub-regulation 117 of the Act, which explicitly says, quote, a person shall not sell, display, offer for sale, or deliver under a sale goods on or along a roadside, on a pedestrian walkway within 30 meters of a railway level crossing, under a road traffic sign denoting a blind corner or rise on, within an intersection or on or on or alongside a road, including a toll booth and a plaza. Now, despite the clarity of this law, drivers lament that authorities have failed to enforce it, allowing widespread disregard of the regulation, like you just read. So they want to hit the street. They held a press conference yesterday, Tuesday, May 13, and they said the ongoing violation of the law is putting drivers and passengers at risk. The protest is spearheaded by GPRTU, Concerned Drivers Association of Ghana, and True Drivers Union. That's quite interesting.
I'm supporting it.
Yeah.
They have to do that. And then when
With how many bags of cement?
With 1,000 bags of cement.
Now, Daily Graphic this morning says that 99 excavators have been seized and 208 persons have been arrested for engagement in Galamsey. The police have arrested 208 suspects in connection with illegal mining, popularly known as Galamsey, in a series of operations in some Galamsey endemic areas that started in March this year. The police have so far retrieved 99 excavators, 3 bulldozers, 4 pump-action guns, 3 single-barreled guns, and a pistol in the special operations also undertaken in several regional police commands, a highly placed police source has said. Now, the police special operations worked independently predominantly, but some of the commands sometimes worked with other agencies. So from March this year till date, the special anti-Galamsey operations commissioned by the Inspector General of Police, Christian Tete Younu, have also seized 11 shamfans, a boat fitted with water pumping and milling machines for washing the good ore body, together with several other exhibits, including vehicles, motorbikes, tricycles, generators, gold detectors, and pumping machines. They've all been received by the police.
Wonderful.
So great job.
Bernard, I want to draw our attention to a story on the back page of the Ghanaian Times. It's troubling. Storm collapses Dada Ba Nyako Primary School. 156 pupils attend classes under trees. And the story is by Daniel Girasa from Sunyani. It says the fate of about 156 pupils at Dada Ba Nyako DA Primary School at Kwame Danso in the Sene West District of the Bono East region hangs in the balance following the collapse of their school building due to a heavy rain that hit the area on Sunday. Now, the school authorities have no other option than to hold classes under trees, at least for now. It goes on to quote the headmistress of that. I think this is a sorry side, Bernard. I think something has to be done about it.
150 students studying under trees.
Exactly. It's not good. We need to intervene quickly.
But there's a project that is involving the construction of a 4 to 6 lane dual carriage spanning 1,028 kilometers that will connect 5 West African countries: Cote d'Ivoire, Ghana, Togo, Benin, and Nigeria. And Ghana's
It's called the Abidjan-Lagos
corridor.
Yes.
So Ghana's minister for the sector is engaging his counterpart in Nigeria. That story is on page 16, the center spread of Daily Graphic this morning. Minister for Roads and Highways Kwame Agboja has launched a national stakeholders engagement plan as part of efforts to deepen consultations on the Abidjan-Lagos Corridor Highway Development Project. The event took place in Accra yesterday. It marked the official commencement of a nationwide campaign to engage communities and stakeholders affected by the project in Ghana. Now, Ghana's section of the highway is about 520 kilometers,
so that's
more
about
than half of the entire corridor, and is expected to affect approximately 32 communities.
And I suspect Ghana's corridor is also the worst in terms of traffic. I went to Lomé, Togo over the weekend, and I can tell you that from driving from Accra through Pram, through the Charlie, it's terrible. So we need to do a lot of work. I don't know if they have money to start. Has he given any dates?
Well, so details on money is not here, but the ECOWAS consultant for visibility and communication on the project, David Ndewu, explained that the team was in the country because the highway would significantly impact local communities. Some people will lose certain things while others may benefit, and it is crucial to communicate both the potential losses and gains clearly.
Talking about money, you go to the front page of the News Center. Page 2 actually has the details of the story. Over 80 billion Ghana cedi debt chokes energy sector. Now, Ghana's energy sector is facing a financial crisis of historic proportions, burdened with liabilities exceeding 80 billion Ghana cedis, including more than $2.5 billion owed to independent power producers and gas suppliers. According to officials, Ghana also requires at least $1.1 billion annually to purchase light crude and heavy fuel oil to run its thermal plants. Yet we're told that the president is saying that by 2026 they will be able to pay.
I want to do something here. I want to bring you 3 quick stories on the economy.
Okay.
Now, Caleb, open the graphic and look for a place where they wrote about T-bill auctions. So government's main way of raising money is on treasury bills. And the last auction, they did not get what they wanted. This is because interest rates are coming down. So now we want interest rates to come down.
Yes.
But the consequence of that is that government financing is having challenges. Number two, the people are opting for the 91-day T-bill much more than the 180 or 364-day. That suggests that people are investing over the short term. That's not good for the economy as well. Now, this is happening at a time where the cedi is appreciating against the US dollar. And the appreciation has also led to calls for reduction in prices. So I'll start with that one. Pressure mounts on PRC to cut utility tariffs next quarter to reflect the appreciation. This is on the High Street Journal. Ghanaians are likely to enjoy a reduction in utility tariffs in the third quarter of this year as pressure mounts on the PRC to adjust prices to reflect the recent appreciation of the cedi. So that's story number one. Now, story number two is in the graphic in terms of the interest rates for treasury bills.
Yeah, government misses T-bill targets again amid falling yields. Emmanuel Kwame Asante writes on page 28 that the government has fallen short of its treasury bill T-bill target for the second consecutive week, raising 55.21 billion Ghana cedis in its latest auction last Friday. This amount is below the 5.38 billion Ghana cedi target set for the week, according to auction results released by the Bank of Ghana. Now, the shortfall, approximately 170 million Ghana cedis, follows a significant 1.59 billion Ghana cedi under subscription of the previous week, raising concerns among analysts about weakening investor appetite, particularly as interest rates continue to decline.
Let me give you the final one. Government says they will ensure cedi stability doesn't become a 9-day wonder. Deputy Minister of Finance says the government is committed to the long-term stability of the cedi by leveraging high gold prices to build reserves to anchor the cedi. The Deputy Minister Thomas Nyakwampim says government's major objective is now to make the cedi's appreciation does not become just a fleeting moment that will be carried away by the wind. He says there's a clear, deliberate and long-term strategy to ensure macro stability, predictability and investor confidence. Already, the Chamber of Commerce and Industry has expressed fear about the long-term sustainability of the cedi's gains, hence apprehensive about reducing prices. So they are saying they are adopting a wait-and-see attitude. Can you imagine? When the currency is appreciating, the traders say they are waiting to see. Many businesses share similar sentiments, fearing that the development will just be a 9-day wonder, explaining why the gains are not reflected in the prices on the market. But the government says they recognize these concerns and are taking concrete steps to lock in the gains and build resilience.
Okay, quickly to update you on a number of stories within the space of crime. So Dr. Ayine, who is in charge of the Office of the Attorney General, says he's ready for plea bargain arrangements.
In which of the cases?
So yesterday they announced that they are prosecuting 2 officials in connection with the Sky Train project in Accra. We are talking about Solomon Asama, who happened to have served as former Chief Executive Officer for the Ghana Investment Fund.
Ghana Infrastructure Fund.
Ghana Infrastructure Investment Fund.
Yeah.
And then also Professor Amir Kofi, who served as board chair of that particular institution. And then yesterday too, they brought charges, or they detained or re-arrested Edu Boahin.
Finally, the World Bank says agribusiness is the Africa's most promising path to jobs and growth. Despite the common belief that Africa's future lies in its urban skylines, the World Bank says the real engine for inclusive growth and mass employment may still be rooted in agriculture. In a new blog authored by Osman Dione, Vice President for West and Central Africa and other development experts, the World Bank positions agribusiness as the continent's most viable solutions to the rising youth unemployment crisis.
Let me mention this story quickly, Bernard. Akosia Dakwa Aninakwa, writing for the graphic
Junior
Graph, yes.
That
it says that an ear, nose and throat specialist at the Kolebu Teaching Hospital, Dr. Ken Asari, has advised parents to seek medical treatment for children who snore. He explained that snoring could be a sign of a serious sleep disorder that could affect children's health, development and performance in school.
Thank you, Sky. We'll leave it there. That was a newspaper review. Coming up next is the Citi Business News.
Looking for a burst of flavor in every sip? Discover the refreshing taste of Piva beverages. Enjoy the classic Piva Cola flavor, perfect fit anytime. How about a fruity adventure? Try our delightful Piva orange fruit drink packed with recognized citrus flavor. Craving something exotic? Our Piva cocktail fruit drink brings the tropics to you. For a sweet and juicy treat, grab our grapefruit drink and don't miss out on the refreshing Piva tangerine fruit drink, bursting with tangerine flavor. Piva Cola, Piva Orange, Piva Cocktail, Piva Grape, Piva Tangy. Grab yours today. Available now at your local store. Call us on 055-00-322-31. Piva, a taste you love. This advert is FDA approved.
P for Piva.
Oh, jump on now.
Go, the go. Gugomi, and what time will you come back where I don't hear the sound of your car? Why you buy new car?
No, I don't change my car. It be the same ride. It be the fuel way I change. Way one shouts it. Ever since I started using the all-new Excellium Premium Fuel, fortified with 3-in-1 action. Oh, Joe, now my car they run like electric car. No, it's so.
This is the type of fuel where they want to. Because now engine they cost. Where they want for way if I buy it, it go protect my engine. And with the small way I buy, I go drive, sir.
Absolutely. It's like strapping a turbocharger to your engine and giving it the protector. And what they bust my mindset be the 3-in-1 action, no? Excellium they prevent up to 99% of deposit. It be anti-wear, some be anti-corrosion. Won't pay when I open there.
Hey, so where can I find this magical fuel?
Just head over to any Total Energy service station and your car will thank you.
Hey, then make a finish my go be fast, then rush go Total Energies. My friend, but why your hand my go be inside?
I give you info. Make a feel the go be too small.
The go.
Excellium is designed to protect your car engine, decrease fuel consumption, and lower CO2 emissions. Don't say fuel, say Excellium. Choose Excellium, choose quality.
My body, when you wake up in the morning and you know the money calling, oh you go work, but you know I on your side. If I believe with us, if I hold my hand and believe, cause you know I on your side. And when you dream, no say I live by you. And when you hustle every day, when you wanna go, anything you do, I live for you. If I believe I on your side, fidelity. If I believe with us, fidelity. If I know I on your side, fidelity.
Unleashing the power of relevant radio. This is Citi 97.3.
City Business News with Caleb Kuda. Brought to you by MTN and EcoBank. Good morning, Caleb.
Good morning, Bernard. Hello, good morning to you, and welcome to the breakfast edition of the City Business News. The bulletin is proudly brought to you by EcoBank, MTN, and Girl. I am Caleb Kuda. Coming up, ISA calls for stricter exchange rate controls to sustain CD stability. Also, CSOs call for electricity tariff reduction amid improved economic indicators. And later, President Mahama pushes for value addition to natural resources to drive economic growth. Thank you for joining us. The details now. The Institute for Statistical, Social and Economic Research, ISA, is urging policymakers to enforce a robust exchange rate management framework to safeguard recent gains made by the Ghana Citi. According to the Institute, without firm regulatory oversight and improved market discipline, the local currency's current appreciation risks being short-lived. Director of ISA, Professor Peter Korte, made the call on the sidelines of the MasterCard Foundation Youth Futures Initiative launch and stakeholder engagement held in Accra.
So to ensure stability in our exchange rate, we continue to have the kind of monetary policies we're having. The Bank of Ghana continue to shore up our reserves in terms of gold, take advantage of the geopolitics, because the US dollar is losing a lot of value recently. But it may reverse, given that now there's a deal with China, trade deal with China, that might reduce slightly. But take advantage of what is happening and shore up your gold reserves. We also have to ensure fiscal prudence. If the fiscal authorities go up borrowing and spending lavishly, we run huge budget deficit. That will not stabilize the currency. But if we have a decent fiscal space, certainly the currency will stabilize. Then also enforcing the exchange rules. It's only in Ghana where you can walk to every corner and buy dollar, pound, and walk around with it. In other jurisdictions, they'll take your passport, so you know what it's going to be used for. I think we need to enforce the exchange regime and ensure some stability.
Director of the Institute for Statistical, Social and Economic Research, ISE, Professor Peter Korte there. Meanwhile, the President of the Ghana National Chamber of Commerce and Industry, Stephen Mason, is adding his voice to calls cautioning against hasty price reductions following the recent strengthening of the cedi against the US dollar. While welcoming the local currency stability, he said it is premature to expect an immediate drop in prices of goods and services given the lingering effects of high import costs, inflation and supply chain challenges.
We are talking about the stabilization of the Ghana, the cedi to the dollar, which today has even come down. And we want to commend the government, but we don't want to be too happy and excited about it, okay? Because the conditions for which it has stabilized are varied. That's too early to call, because people have traded on the rate at which they already bought the dollar before the decrease, the strength of the cedi. Okay, so we can't just call that because today the dollar, cedi dollar is strengthening, we need to start reducing price. It doesn't work like that. It really does not work like that. So we are looking into the future. The good thing about this also for the industry is that now we are able to import raw materials at a cheaper rate, and therefore that can boost production and it will put in effect to the consumer. So that is very good. What it also means is that traders are going to import more. It is positive and it's negative on that side. We want to have a long-term stabilization of our economy, so businesses can actually plan.
President of the Ghana National Chamber of Commerce and Industry, Stephanie Mason. President John Dramani Mahama has stressed the strategic importance of adding value to Ghana's natural resources before export, highlighting it as a key driver for long-term economic growth. Speaking at the recently concluded Africa CEO Forum in Abidjan, Cote d'Ivoire, President Mahama noted that his administration will prioritize value addition across key resource sectors including cocoa and crude oil. He stressed that such a shift in policy is essential for Ghana to fully harness the economic potential of its resource base.
If you take the crude oil, we export most of the crude oil. When I was president, we delivered our first parcel to our refinery to process into petroleum products for use in our country. Unfortunately, the refinery broke down, and so the crude oil was not processed. Eventually, the parcel was sold out at a discount. But there's a new refinery built by a Chinese investor. And once we increase the production of light crude, we probably will try and see if that refinery can use that crude. And if it can, then it means we'll process it locally and provide petroleum products in country. But with regards to all the others, if you take cocoa production, I think that we have processing capacity for about 40 to 50% of the total cocoa that we produce. And I am a believer in producing more locally and adding value to the cocoa than just exporting the raw beans. So over the next 4 years, we're going to see how increasingly we can reduce the amount of raw beans that we export and produce cocoa liquor, rum, cocoa powder, cocoa butter, and all the things that go into cocoa products.
President of the Republic John Dramani Mahama there. Now, the Association of Ghana Industries, AGI, says it is optimistic about reaching a mutually beneficial agreement with the Food and Drugs Authority on the implementation of new guidelines for the advertisement of beverages. This comes as the Food and Drugs Authority earlier introduced new advertising regulations to ensure that promotions of food, medicines, beverages, and other regulated products meet rigorous public health and ethical standards. In an interview with Citi Business News ahead of a meeting with the FDA on Wednesday, May 14, 2025, Chief Executive Officer of the Association of Ghana Industries, Seth Chum Akwabwa, said while it supports regulatory efforts to ensure consumer safety, it is equally concerned about the potential negative impact of the guidelines on businesses.
We are engaging the FDA. We've been invited to discuss some issues regarding advertisement regulation for the beverage industry. This is not the first time we are engaging them on this. They are trying to introduce some regulations around. So they first did the drafts of the regulations and they shared it with, and our members made inputs into it. When we met, we told them that the inputs we are making we think is very useful, so we would like to see the revised document. So subsequently they've worked on it, and then they are inviting us tomorrow to do further engagement based on the revisions they've done. As a matter of fact, we even requested for a copy of the revised document so that it prepares us to make meaningful inputs when we. Fortunately, we are yet to receive that for various reasons. Perhaps they have not finished the document. So that is, but then the engagement is coming on.
Seth Chuma Kwabwa, CEO of the Association of Ghana Industries. Now, CATS International Accra and the Center for Environmental Management and Sustainable Energy are calling on the Public Utilities Regulatory Commission, PRC, to initiate stakeholder consultations aimed at reducing electricity tariffs in the third quarter of 2025. The groups argue that recent improvements in macroeconomic conditions and lower energy input costs present a strong case for easing the financial burden on consumers. In a joint statement issued on Tuesday, the CSOs noted that the appreciation of the Ghana cedi by approximately 18% against the US dollar and the decline in inflation to 21.2% create favorable conditions for a downward tariff review. Although natural gas prices are projected to rise, the strengthened local currency and anticipated increase in hydropower generation, potentially exceeding 30% of the energy mix, are expected to mitigate the impact on consumers. Let's now have a quick market check on the currency board. The dollar could be sold to you at 13 cedis 60 pesos. The euro is going for 15 cedis 50 pesos, and the British pound is 17 cedis 50 pesos. Remember, these are rates being offered at some forex bureau within the capital. And that's it for the breakfast edition of City Business News, brought to you by EcoBank, MTN and Guel. For more news, visit citynewsroom.com/business. I am Caleb Kuda. Have a good business day.
Charlie, where are you?
Bossman, I'm at the bank.
Really? But your car is in front of your house.
Bro, my bank on my phone, Charlie.
Oh, how?
EcoBank, bro. With EcoBank mobile app, I can do everything, anywhere, anytime. Listen, I just checked my account balance, paid Ahmed's school fees, and sent money to my grandma at Walwale.
Oh, wow.
Wow. Massa, just download the EcoBank mobile app from the Google Play Store or the App Store, or dial *770# and be your own bank manager.
Manager.
Whether to pay bills or fees, to check account statements, send money across Ghana, abroad, and more, EcoBank mobile app has got it covered. EcoBank Mobile, making everyday people live everyday lives the EcoBank way. EcoBank, the Pan-African bank.
Hey, of course. You know we have been friends since childhood, and we always tell each other everything.
Oh, Cynthia, I know that. And that is why you are my best friend.
We even eat together, and I have spare keys to your room. I also know your phone password.
Cynthia, don't I also know your phone password?
Yes, so. But what about your Momo PIN?
Hey! No way.
Indeed, Akos. Your Momo PIN is your secret. Do not share your PIN for any reason or give your PIN to someone to send cash on your behalf. Debida, never give out your PIN or OTP as a means of claiming a so-called promotional prize one. Your PIN is like your toothbrush. It only belongs to you. Stay alert.
MTN.
This is the City Breakfast Show. The city's biggest conversation. The City Breakfast Show. Rise above the noise.
Unleashing the power of relevant radio. This is City 97.3.
30 minutes past 7. The City Business News was brought to us by MTN Yellow Ghana. Exciting news for everyone looking to join the MTN family or grab an extra SIM card. Now, all MTN SIM cards are available for the incredible price of just 10 cedis. Yes, 10 cedis only. Head down to any MTN service center, Connect store, or your nearest authorized community shop to take advantage of this fantastic offer. Remember to buy your new SIM card and get connected. All you need to bring is your valid Ghana card. It's that simple. Don't buy your SIM anywhere else for more than 10 cedis. So what are you waiting for? Experience the most amazing network when you join the Yellow family today. If you're having a money emergency, worry no more. EcoBank has released a new USSD. Star 770 hash is the new EcoBank money emergency number. Gives you instant access to loans, funds transfers, utility payments, airtime, and data purchases, and so much more, even without data. So there's no need to panic when you find yourself in any money emergency. EcoBank will always come to your rescue. Dial star 770 hash now for solutions to your money emergencies. EcoBank is the Pan-African Bank. 7:15 kickoff is next with Le Sheho. The Don't Call Me campaign has come because you deserve financial peace. Life comes with financial challenges, but with Le Sheho, you don't have to face them alone. From now until June 30, we've reduced our interest rates just for you. Whether it's education, rent, or unexpected expenses, we've got the right loan to meet your needs. Simply WhatsApp or call Nana 027-004-0799 or 027-004-0733. Let's make life easier together. Act now before the offer ends. Terms and conditions apply. Let's share who. Let's improve life. And this is Ghana. You only get deceived if you're not sure of what you're buying or you don't really know the market. Now, when it comes to water storage tanks, the name we all know is Polytank. Polytank has been with us for over 30 years and been trusted by all these generations. Make no mistake, always choose Polytank for guaranteed quality. It's available at the same price across the country at Polytank partner shops, whether it's the Rambo, the Hippo, the Sumo, or the Super Sumo. Durability always assured. Polytank, the original. Please, we don't request for Momo payment online. Oh. If somebody's asking you to make a payment into some account, lie. Premium understands premium best. The new Shell Helix Ultra 0W20 SP with carbon neutral properties is the one for your premium car. It's a fully synthetic motor oil designed from natural gas using the Shell Pure Plus technology. This prevents dead buildup with exceptional cleaning power, leaves your pistons cleaner than a whistle, up to 50% more than the industry average. So if you want your classic car to run smoothly like a Ferrari for years to come, use the Shell Helix Ultra 0W20 SP, made for premium. Shell Helix, designed for ultimate engine performance. Kickoff next. Edwin Kokov is already here. Good morning, Edwin.
Good morning, Bernard. It's Wednesday morning, and I'm bringing you kickoff on the City Breakfast Show. After 122 minutes of tense football, Sunderland snatched a late winner through Ballard's header, drawing 1-1 on the night and sealing a 3-2 aggregate win over Coventry in the Championship playoff semi-finals.
Mobley hits. You got it. You don't have to foul here, but you have got to come up with a stop. 5 to shoot. Turner. He puts it down. And the Indiana Pacers are heading back to the conference final. The Indiana Pacers, this resurgent ascending.
Or for the second straight season, the Indiana Pacers have won a second round series where they were the lower seed and are heading back to the Eastern Conference Finals. We will hear more issues from the Black Satellites, from the NBA, and also from Accra Hearts of Oak in this bulletin kickoff, inspired by Shell Go Well, Sonda GH, Politan Ghana, and Lesheho. Let's improve life. We begin with the Ghana Premier League, and former Hearts of Oak and Black Stars midfielder Charles Alute says the current head coach of the club is not up to the standard. He believes the team's poor and inconsistent season is evidence that the coach lacks the capacity to lead a club of Hearts' stature. Alute is calling on the club's management to take decisive action, suggesting that their rivals Asante Kotoko must part ways with, like their rivals Kumasi Asante Kotoko, Hearts of Oak must part ways with their current coach as the first step in the right direction.
It's a lowest coach in Ghana. Abu Akari. Yeah. Hi, my brother. I don't want to talk about him. It's a failure. It's a failure. What did he teach the players? If you have a team like Hearts of Oak, Kotoko, a coach have been sacked, but likewise they try a bit. Kotoko is not on now. They are not in top, but they try their best to finish the game. What about Asofo? The match that they play against Kotoko was 0-0 to Kotoko. If Kotoko become aggressive a bit, they will score us, because you don't see anything on their ass that they want to score. You won't see, even the strikers are playing defense to the Kotoko team.
That was former Hearts of Oak and Black Stars international Charles Alote. Let's move to the AFCON Under-20 tournament, and Ghana star Abdul Suleimana says the team is heartbroken after leaving or exiting the AFCON Under-20 tournament at the quarter-final stage. Speaking after the game, Suleimana said the loss was tough to take, especially after the team's dramatic comeback from 2 goals down against Egypt in the game, but unfortunately they couldn't make it to the semis and miss out on the World Cup after losing on penalties. He described it as a big blow for himself and the entire squad, but took a moment to thank Ghanaians for their constant support throughout the tournament.
I think we came all out once. It's always hard when you are like 2-0 down and then coming up. We gave all our hearts, and then that's what we're expecting to get a win. But unfortunately, we didn't have the luck on our side, and then we tried our best. That's what matters.
You out. What message you have for Ghanaians watching home and away? Message for Ghanaians.
Thank you for your support, and we know that you are always behind us and you always come supporting us. Yeah, thank you.
And what's your feeling missing out on the World Cup qualifiers? On the World Cup?
The aim was to qualify for the World Cup, and then after qualify we prepared to win the trophy. But unfortunately, we are not happy to be out of the quarterfinals. Yeah, we are not happy we are not happy at all.
That was Suleimana, Abdul Suleimana, Ghana star from the Under-20 AFCON tournament. Let's head to the championship now, and Sunderland reached the championship playoff final after Dan Ballard's last gas goal in extra time decided their semi-final tie against Coventry City. Ballard headed in off the underside of the bar in the final seconds of stoppage time to level the match at 1-1 on the night and secure a 3-2 victory over the Sky Blues. They will now face Sheffield United at Wembley on Saturday, the 24th of May, to decide who plays in the Premier League next season. Despite the loss, head coach of Coventry City, Frank Lampard, praised his players, saying they gave a strong performance.
Yeah, that's the biggest example I think I've probably been involved in that, because firstly, congratulations Sunderland, they go to the final, but the immense pride that I've got in my players. Like, over the 2 games, anyone who watches the 2 games, dominated at home, dominated the game for possession, we know, mistake and they score, etc. But dominated that game, and I think dominated huge periods of this game. Played, controlled second half, wave after wave of control and attack and control. And players are giving everything from where we've come from, 17th in the league in December. The players have been brilliant in the second half of the season. We're competing with the parachute teams in terms of where we finish with the top few in the league week after week, game after game. Came here with absolute bravery to play the way we play. If you talk about them being a low, they had to concede to us because of the way we played, the way the lads controlled the game. They don't deserve it, the players.
That was the head coach of Coventry City, Frank Lampard, saying the Championship and Watford have appointed Paulo Pezzolano as their new head coach. The Uruguayan replaces Tom Cleverley, who was sacked on the 6th of May after the Hornets failed to reach the Championship playoffs, finishing in 14th place. Pezzolano is Watford's 12th head coach since Javi Gracia departed in September 2019, and the 9th since the end of the 2020-21 season. Let's head to the Premier League, where former Manchester United captain Patrice Evra has urged the club to do all they can to keep Bruno Fernandes at the club, saying it would be a mistake to let him go. Evra believes that United would not be in the Europa League final and might even have been relegated this season without the Portuguese international. Evra also listed a couple of positions he would love to see some changes in.
We need more defender. We need a proper striker, maybe some midfield to support Bruno, because I heard in Saudi, they offer a lot of money to get Bruno. I think it will be a mistake to let him go. People talk about his age, 30. No, he's the most important player in the team. I think if Bruno wasn't there, maybe we wouldn't be even in the final of the Europa League. So
or potentially relegated from the Premier League.
Yeah,
maybe.
I'm not afraid and ashamed to say that. This could have been possible, but now we are in this final. Make sure next year, we get the right player to be competitive, because we have to forget this season.
That was former Manchester United captain Patrice Evra. Now, Nottingham Forest striker Taiwo Awoniyi is in an induced coma after having the first phase of surgery on a serious abdominal injury. The Nigerian international collided with the post in the 88th minute in the 2-2 draw against Leicester on Sunday as he attempted to get on the end of a cross from Anthony Elanga. He had surgery on Monday night and remains in the hospital, with the rest of the procedure set to be completed later today. In the NBA playoffs, Tyrese Halliburton scored 31 points and Pascal Siakam added 21 as the Indiana Pacers reached the conference finals in consecutive years for the first time since the 2013-14 season, after completing a 4-1 series victory over the top-seeded Cleveland Cavaliers. Donovan Mitchell, who missed the second half of the previous game due to a sprained left ankle, led Cleveland with 35 points, while Evan Mobley added 24 points and 11 rebounds. Here's Halliburton speaking after the game.
It's a special feeling, to be honest with you. I'm not going to sit here and talk like I got so many years of experience. I'm in my 5th year. But something I've learned from my vets and just being in the NBA for enough time is to not take winning for granted, and this is a special time, back-to-back Eastern Conference Finals. We're not done. We still got, ways to go, but it's a special feeling, man. And, watching the lottery last night, I remember being our representative at the lottery a couple of years ago.
That was Indiana Pacers star player Tyrese Halliburton. In the West, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander scored 31 points to help the OKC beat the Denver Nuggets 112-105 to go up 3-2 in their Western Conference semi-final series. The OKC overcame a 44 points, 15 rebound night from Nikola Jokic and can clinch the series on Thursday in Denver. And that's the latest in the world of sports. For more on all these stories, visit citysportsonline.com. I am Edwin Kwakufi. Kickoff was powered by Shell Go Well, Zonda GH, Politan Ghana, and Lesheho. Let's improve life. The City Breakfast Show with Bernard Avler continues.
There are some classy celebrations that calls for whipping out your favorite China sets. Same goes for your luxury vehicle. Just any engine oil won't do. Premium understands premium best. The new Shell Helix Ultra 0W20 SP is the one for your premium car. It's a fully synthetic motor oil designed using the Shell Pure Plus technology. Prevents dirt buildup with exceptional cleaning power, leaving your pistons cleaner than a whistle, up to 50% more than the industry standard, and gives you stronger, long-lasting engine performance. So, if you want your classic car to run smoothly like a Ferrari for years to come, use the Shell Helix Ultra SP020 made for premium. Shell Helix Ultra 0W20 SP, designed for ultimate engine performance.
Polytank is everywhere, durable and authentic. Stronger brand you can trust. Polytank, we get some more Rambo and get some more super. And the Polytank, we did Polytank. Papa no no, papa no no no, papa no no, papa no no no, papa no no, Alcasa. Polytank, the original, always the best.
Services, innovative financial solutions. We deliver on our promise, cause we are number one. Let's share go, we improve your life. Let's share go, let's share go, hey mama, hey mama, hey mama. Even when you're stuck with nothing, no matter your situation, let's share go, we improve your life. Let's share go, hey, let's share go, hey, let's share go, hey mama, hey mama, hey mama. Let's share go, we improve your life.
This is the City Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
The Money Matters segment is brought to you by Petra. Petra, achieve more.
Welcome to the Money Matters segment with Petra. Ever felt like you are doing your best but still not getting ahead? You might be missing a few simple money tricks. That's where a financial advisor comes in. They ask the right questions, show you options, and help you get unstuck. And here's the best part. It won't cost you a pesewa. Petra is here to help, and it all starts with a free chat. Dial *447*70# to speak to a financial advisor today. Petra, achieve more.
The Money Matters segment was brought to you by Petra. Petra, achieve more.
Join the conversation on the City Breakfast Show on Facebook at facebook.com/City97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/City973, and Instagram at instagram.com/City973 with the hashtag CityCBS.
Calling all farmers, agribusinesses, and innovators, this is your chance to shine. Channel 1 TV invites you to exhibit at Agri Fair 2025, one of Ghana's largest agriculture exhibitions. From Friday 20th to Sunday the 22nd of June, the A4 Sutherland Children's Park in Accra will come alive with the very best from Ghana's agribusiness sector. Are you a farmer with fresh produce of any kind? Be it crops, livestock or poultry, fisheries or aquaculture, or you're a supplier of agro inputs and processing machinery? This is your platform to connect with the world. AgriFair 2025 is more than an exhibition. Showcase your fresh produce, share your expertise and experience, and grow your business. So, to all farmers with fresh produce, livestock or poultry, fisheries or aquaculture products, come, sell, network, and expand your business. AgriFair 2025, where culture meets innovation. Register now to secure your spot. Call us on 0205 973 973. AgriFair 2025 is powered by Channel 1 TV with support from 97.3 City FM and is proudly sponsored by Exim Bank and Legacy Crop Improvement Center.
Did you know that worms take away nutrients from the food you eat? Just listen to them.
Brothers, yesterday the fufu nice, huh?
Oh yeah, the trouble woman there. She did try wa.
Charlie, something come on. It be food.
It did taste like banana.
Make a taste some. Make me try a taste. Make a taste. Hey, something is doing me.
Something is doing me too.
Oh, it be Vermox.
Vermox banana flavored dewormer is available in both suspension and tablet and is suitable for children and adults. It's good for you, bad for worms. Not recommended for children under 2 years and pregnant women. This advert is FDA approved.
Day and night, power your life. Steady lights, not a future brighter. Pay small, start today. Find your comfort, the Translite way. Doom so now it's thing of the past. Strong solar power built to last. Clean and green for a low price. Don't waste your time, call Translite. The bill go drop when the sun go rise. No more darkness, everybody shine. No wahala, no more stress. Brand new solar, only the best. Charlie, start today. Have your freedom the Translite way. Feel the power in every ray. Fresh energy the Translite way. With Translite Solar FlexiPay, you can get a complete solar power system for as low as 49,000 Ghana cedis.
Call us today at 050-424-9229 or 020-654-2454.
Translite Solar.
Mommy, the needle.
Hello. Please add a pack of needle.
Sure. Sister, is that your daughter?
Yes.
The last time she came to buy needle by herself and I forgot to collect my money.
Oh, sorry. I'll pay today.
Don't be sorry. She made sure to remind me. I love her honesty. So well done.
Oh, thank you. Confident, curious kids will change our world. Nido is specially formulated with iron, vitamin C, and A. Nido, your love, their future. This advert is FDA approved.
Attention Ghana, the Green Revolution is here from 11th to 13th of June 2025. The Accra International Conference Center comes alive with the Ghana Horticulture Expo 2025, the nation's premier showcase of fruits, vegetables, technology, and export opportunity. Organized by the Federation of Associations of Ghanaian Exporters in collaboration with the Ghana Export Promotion Authority and proudly supported by Ghana Exim Bank, Fidelity Bank, Gesa, Agro Citi, Agro Monte, and GIZ, with Joy Business as the official media partner. This is your gateway to innovation, trade, and partnerships. And the highlight, the keynote address will be delivered by His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Ghana, John Dramani Mahama. Book your exhibition stand or register now on www.GhanaHortiexpo.com or you can contact 0243-345-7783 or 053-522-4555. Ghana Horticulture Expo 2025. Growing Ghana, exporting excellence.
City 97.3. More variety.
Unleashing the power of relevant radio. This is City 97.3.
This is the City Breakfast Show. The city's biggest conversation.
7:39 City Breakfast Show. Today we are going African with Yusundur. Few quick birthdays coming through on the show. Happy birthday to Elulukla and Kelvin Bruni of the Audit Department of Deloitte, Ernest Ousu Bempa of the Tax and Regulatory Department, and Clara Enam Ahodeto of the Financial Advisory Department, from your country managing partner Daniel Kojo Usu and the staff of Deloitte. Special birthday wishes to our Prophet Bishop Dag Heward Mills. We pray for long life and good health in the coming years from the Diamond Band of the First Love Church. So some call him Bishop Dag, some call him Prophet Dag. A trilogy of birthdays. Great man of God this season. Please, Bernard, the whole Channel 1 and Citi, it's our director of HR's birthday. Kindly help us wish him a happy, glorious birthday. Dr. Eric Darko, we're proud of you as our boss. Your love and commitment to Ghana, to God and Cob A Industries is admirable. Your professionalism in the execution of your work is also worth mentioning. Dr. Darko, your responsiveness to issues, human relations and loyalty is commendable. May God keep you and your entire family happy than ever before. From the HR department of Cob A Group of Companies, producers of Standard Water. So wishing Dr. Eric Darko a happy birthday. And Benna, please wish my journalist a happy birthday. Happy 11th to my brilliant daughter, Victoria Koko Quigrain. Your curiosity and passion for storytelling inspire me every day. Keep chasing your dream and remember, the world is waiting to hear your voice. Love you, DJ Nature from Italy. Wishing his 11-year-old daughter, Victoria Koko Quigrain, a happy birthday. And wishing my nephew as well, Raphael Semenyo Gavo, a happy 17th birthday. Today is your day.
Gavo Gabada.
What?
Gavo Gabada.
As for you, every name.
Yes.
What does that mean?
Gavo is bad metal. Yeah. You say it disgrace the
blacksmith?
Yes.
Is it? You are now conjugating the name. Happy birthday to Hubert Dake, Executive Director in charge of Finance at Lister Hospital, Airport Hills. Great to have you celebrate your birthday today, Mr. Dake.
It was yesterday, actually. I think
it was yesterday. Okay.
Yesterday
it was yesterday. Okay.
His birthday was yesterday.
All right. So I also wishing a happy birthday to Joseph Jato of the NHIA in Medina. Today is your birthday. Happy birthday to you, my brother. Thanks for all you do.
Yep. So this one is coming in from Bismarck, Nana Kwamena Achin, and it says that, good morning, Bernard and team. I'm very disappointed in our leaders today. Okay, well, we're actually going to birthday message.
Cool. Let's take our time.
So, Bernard, I want to appreciate Felling Insurance and also say a big good morning to Andrews Abe Kwao, alias Bibicious. So, you know, on 21st March, I had a crash, an unfortunate one, and it's taken a while. It was only yesterday that the insurance company of the guy that caused the accident issued the check.
Hey,
yeah, so the Beshos, yes, and
your insurance broker,
my brokers, they did so amazing, because the insurance company of the guy that caused the thing, they were very placid. You know, bring this document. We've agreed on this. They say bring that. Do this, do that. Oh, Abe was very useful. He really helped me. So I want to urge the motoring public that look, you can only be as careful. There are times that some things will be out of your control, but as far as it depends on you, look, you may be saved, you may be spared, you may not die, there may not be injury, but your vehicle, the process of going, look, now the cash has come. You even now have to deal with mechanics again. It's
Too
a
many
long
things,
process.
too many things.
So some of the things will not really be in your control, but
Yeah.
please be extremely careful. Because this morning alone, one guy overtook us on a hill. 5 cars at a go. I'm like, bro, if something happens to you right now, it will delay all that you are rushing to go and do.
Yeah.
So please,
Yeah,
I
and
am
I
begging.
have two points there. I think the role of insurance brokers is important because sometimes they help you to choose the right type of insurance for your product. So I think Fairlink have done a great
They
job
were
there.
fantastic.
And then also quite interesting that, drivers want to hit the streets to protest indiscipline.
Ooh.
How rich,
Drivers.
Yes, I mean, I read the story this morning. I was thinking to myself, am I reading correctly? That because basically GPRTU say that they want to protest over the indiscipline of people trading. But you didn't hear me.
GPRTU.
Yeah.
So in effect, the problems of the road are saying they want to protest
against
the problems.
No, maybe I'm being a bit harsh, but think about it. So, and this story is on citynewsroom.com. So the what is the story? Commercial drivers to strike on May 19 over roadside trading and traffic violations.
Really?
Should we not be telling them to remove the speck from their own eye before they?
Precisely.
I thought that because commercial transport operations across the country have announced plans to embark on a nationwide strike Monday, May 19. The action is to protest against what they describe as government's failure to enforce provisions of the road traffic regulations, which prohibits trading on roads, pavements, and designated bus stops. So the question is, why does the government enforce the road traffic regulations as far as it concerns their own driving?
Yeah, so that's
because they are saying that the people are displaying and selling goods and food items and stuff on pedestrian walkways and at bus stops and at railway crossings and stuff, and this is affecting their work. So while they have the right to protest, I feel like the GPRT also needs to tell its members, look, tiptoe lane. I always talk about tiptoe lane. You're driving from Adabraka towards Tesano. When you descend, you see it's a 3-lane road. 2 lanes have been taken by truck drivers, and the police are standing there watching them. You're coming towards Circle, you get to the same place in front of former Ghana Telecom. So how are drivers now telling us that they want to protest the lawlessness? Of course, today the Ghanaian tells you the story, which puts the blame on market people and traders. So the question is, I'm coming between traders and commercial and drivers. No, not even commercial. Traders and drivers. Who are more lawless in Ghana?
Before you go, so
you can do a poll on that.
In fact, we should run that poll.
Traders, and I don't know what to call them, hawkers or traders generally, and drivers. Who are more lawless in Ghana?
The drivers will win this poll. I'll give
win as in
they are the most lawless.
But they are the ones going to strike over traders.
This is a shocker.
Let me give you 5 hotspots for this irresponsibility. So the Ghanaian Times, for instance, mentioned the Malam market area.
Yes, right. You agree with them?
I agree with them 100%. In this case, it is both the market women
and the drivers.
And then the drivers. Yes. Complete lawlessness. I go there because I know.
I know you have things you do there.
Yeah. So absolute lawlessness. Sometimes you have to navigate through Dansoman and related areas before you even come out of the market area and back onto even that you get almost strangled by the level of irresponsibility of both the sellers and then the drivers. And what is worse is that people have actually even abandoned the use of the footbridge that was built for them.
The road.
They cross anyhow.
Sometimes with wheelbarrows.
Exactly.
And that's in wheelchairs.
Yes. So that is spot 1. The second spot is no, I won't go to Ashama. The second spot is the tiptoe lane that you mentioned.
Yes, in Nkrumah Circle.
Bernard, previously when I was, anytime I closed here, we're going to
Gimpa.
Not even Gimpa. What do you call it? The Akoman, official town. In my early days as journalist, there used to be a beautiful restaurant there, Chinese restaurant.
Yeah.
And
they also do some rice, odor rice.
Odor rice. I mean, fairly, easy to navigate. But now,
don't try it.
The drivers have taken over.
Don't try.
The mobile phone sellers are taking over. Other people are selling all kinds of things in
and there are heaps of refuse also in between.
Exactly. And rush hour, it can build up traffic all the way from that section all the way towards Nima. because vehicles cannot move through the area as easily as.
So that's hotspot number 2.
Number 2. Yeah. Then the last time I was telling you about the intersection at Tetekwashi, the Tetekwashi roundabout.
Oh, right.
Shiashi.
Yes.
You know that whole enclave where people are now crossing over to the Accra Mall.
True.
A new market has emerged in that area. People are crossing in and out of that space to go and buy or to go and sell. And it is creating a gridlock because even that whole runabout has not been properly designed.
That's true.
The one directly in front of the Accra Mall is not been properly designed. But we have come to put a market at the center of that space. And just opposite, when you are descending from the interchange proper, coming down and then turning towards the University of Ghana, Legon. We have started taxi rank, bus station, taxi rank, all kinds of vehicles are parking there, collecting passengers.
So that's the third space. So Malam is 1, Tiptot Lane is number 2, Accra Mall is number 3. Which one is number 4?
If you go going towards the Ghana School of Law, right?
Where is that?
Makola.
Oh my God!
Look, that whole stretch, it is as though we went for bags load of traders and we are come to pour them on the road.
So from PWD, ECG towards Makola, the mall, that area, Rollins Park, CBD, and even come towards Cocobod. Because if you are going to Cocobod from this end at the back, bro, it can take you days.
Yes,
it's crazy.
They have taken over the whole space. And better, what is most annoying is that if you don't know and you make the mistake, you are walking in that area, you make the mistake of causing someone's wares to fall.
You will pay.
You will pay for it. I mean, that's supposed to be a pavement.
What's the name of that place?
I don't even know. Is it the Central Business District? You know, okay, where the Papa Odovlo people are, PWB. So where we did the event.
So from AMA towards Ghana School of Law.
And then you take that right.
So that's fourth hotspot.
That's the fourth hotspot. Then the last hotspot I want to mention is what do you call it? The Achimota overpass.
Achimota overpass.
Yes. You know when you are coming from Tesano.
Yeah.
And you are climbing onto the N1 highway.
Yeah.
Right. Last I mentioned that some people have come to do chop bars on the road itself.
Are you serious?
They sell all kinds of things there. And because drivers park anyhow on that road just to collect passengers, almost every week there's some accident. Because
what are you talking about?
When you are climbing onto the N1 highway.
From Tesano?
From Tesano. Yeah. When you take the bend and
so
it's not Apenkwa.
Towards Abofu.
That enclave.
Yeah.
When you walk for about 300 or 400 meters, you see an footbridge.
A footbridge.
For some reason, people don't use that footbridge.
They want the bus stop and they cross it.
Exactly, they cross it. That highway, people cross it, and drivers park anyhow.
So the 5 examples you've given, some of it is drivers, some of it is traders and hawkers. So I think the question still stands. Between traders, hawkers, and commercial drivers predominantly, who is more lawless in Ghana? I'm getting some interesting votes. So for me, I will bring you the voice clip of the drivers because the drivers held a press conference to announce that on Monday they will strike. They will lay down their tools because there's too much lawlessness among traders and hawkers. I mean, this is the one that's ironic. So, and I was like, so I've asked Samir Akom to get me the report because to read a story like this, it's like commercial drivers complaining about market people.
Indiscipline.
I find it strange. So here's the report. Let's hear the report and then we'll see what we'll do. Today we are launching something on the show as well. But let me just go through this alley quickly where we are going to hear from commercial drivers, but experience the thrill of easy banking with Zenith Bank this season. Enjoy 24-hour access to our secure digital banking channels from the comfort of your home. Make quick and easy payments with your Zenith MasterCard, Visa card, or EasyPay GH Dual card. You can also use the Z Mobile Ghana app, Zenith Internet Banking, or simply dial *966 hash to manage your account. For more information, call 054 2000 111 or go to zenithbank.com.gh. Now, you're a customer of Enterprise. If not, then you're missing out on Enterprise Advantage Points, the loyalty program that rewards you for staying covered the smart way. With Enterprise Advantage Points, customers can rack up points and score awesome rewards just by making purchases, renewing policies, and more, all through their self-service portal or the Enterprise Advantage app. So just log into your account, access Advantage points, and start earning points for rewards like airtime, Momo, and more. Visit my.enterprisegroup.net.gh or download the Enterprise Advantage app to get started. Enterprise, your advantage. We all want a little more security when life gets unpredictable, a little more protection for our loved ones, because let's be honest, more is always better. Now let me put you on the Absa Assure account. This account isn't just a banking product, it's a chance to have more than you expect. Gives you domestic and commercial accident insurance cover, hospitalization benefits, permanent disability benefits, death cover, and a bundle of essential banking services, all for a single fee. Want more? Of course you do, because more is always better. So if you do indeed want more, simply sign up with Absa today. All right, here's a report from the drivers threatening to go on strike because of lawlessness among traders. Wow! Interesting.
Commercial drivers under the Ghana Private Road Transport Union (GPRTU), the Concerned Drivers Association of Ghana, and the True Drivers Union are raising red flags over what they describe as a blatant disregard for Section 117 of the Road Traffic Regulations 2012 LI2180. The regulation prohibits the display and sale of goods on roads, pedestrian walkways, and intersections. According to the drivers, the growing trend of hawking in central business districts across the country is not only a safety risk for motorists and pedestrians, but also a major contributor to traffic congestion.
Whenever you encounter these traders, there's nowhere to park, and then there's nowhere to pick a passenger. At the moment, you decided to use the other law by parking outside where the bus stop is. By the time you realize, you have been arrested by the police service.
A year LI 2180. They say Yantoa de Waka Kura. Yantoa de pavement. So, Nanso, and Penny Fire Shahai, and that crime is in a choke. Yenya baby,
At a press briefing, the Deputy Public Relations Officer of the GPRTU, Samuel Amoa, questioned the seeming reluctance of the police and local authorities to enforce the law.
The same act that is telling the drivers don't park at unauthorized place, don't pick passengers at unauthorized place. Should you do that, the police will arrest you and prosecute you. Sometimes they will extort money from you, all right? But it's the same act that is also talking about this trading on roads and bus stops and all that. So the question is, why is it that the enforcement is not on that end?
We tore the whole system rigging, and we see that it's a canker. If we don't talk about it now, a year to come, we will not even have a way to pass. All the places will be occupied.
All right, so 3 minutes to 7. I'm not trying to 8. Sorry, I'm not trying to be mischievous, but I was surprised to see drivers. To be fair, it's also good if they are angry with lawlessness. It means that they'll check their members. So I'm asking people, what do you make of GPRTU proposing to strike on Monday because traders are lawless? Now, a few messages. Sky Selassie says, how did Richard Sky miss Madina Zongo Junction?
Forgive me.
Even 11 p.m. there's traffic all the way to Atomic Junction. Then there's another one coming in from Ashaman.
Ashaman.
He said, good morning.
Ashaman.
Caleb. Trust we are doing well. Selling in the middle of the road is a serious issue here in Ashaiman. Traffic lights. The traders have completely taken over the road, causing serious vehicular traffic all day. The field that is created there is increasing all day. A 3-lane road has been turned into a 1-lane road with traders taking over. The annoying thing is that the assembly is less than 200 meters away. This is the same area that a truck that had a brake failure killed 2 and injured many some years ago. The assembly must, as a matter of urgency, sack the traders selling on the road so that the traffic situation would improve. Thank you. If you want to list this thing, you'll get like 50. Because you started with Wager, Malam, that was number 1. Number 2 was Tiptoe Lane. Number 3 was what?
Accra area.
Accra Central. Number 4 was where?
We went to the
Accra Mall.
Yeah.
And number 5 was where?
I mentioned one other.
Abofu.
Yes, Abofu.
Now we've added Ashaiman number 6. Zongo Johnson number 7.
Somebody is mentioning Kaswa.
Number 8.
And I also added Pokwasi Amasaman.
Number 9.
Yes.
And this is just Accra.
This is Accra.
So I don't know. Maybe we can read some comments for me. Some of the comments. I want
My comment is the Kaswa one.
Which part of Kaswa?
When you are coming from
Central
Ofako, Ofako into Kaswa, entering Kaswa before you get to the main road, the main Winneba road, Papa, you can collapse. And people block the road nicely. I mean, they block, they are chatting, they are doing business across the street. And even Sunday.
Maybe we should create the Ghana Lawlessness Awards and give it to one of them. Because it's serious. And for me, I'm interested in why truck drivers want to go on strike. Have they had the meeting to discuss their own driving? Maybe
they are going on strike to get whose attention?
That is the question. That is the question, Samens. At the center of their concern is that sub-regulation 117 of the Road Traffic Act is not being adhered to.
Yes.
Because people are selling anywhere. Hey! Truck drivers in Ghana.
Have we taken the trouble to quantify the size of the economy on the road?
That's a good question. That's a really good question. But what's the purpose of that?
It would determine why government sometimes let it be.
Sky.
No.
The Malam story said to you that shops have been emptied and people are selling on the street. So we are not saying that people shouldn't make a living.
I agree with
that.
The
guy has left his shop and is coming to sell on the pavement that you are supposed to walk on. How is that economy matter?
You see, I agree perfectly with you. I share your frustrations, but I'm just pointing out the fact that it must be for a good reason why governments have decided to close their eyes to the reality. Because even in front of the Flagstaff House, right, there's hawking happening all the way towards 37.
It's crazy.
Directly in front of the Flagstaff House. You see the police officers sometimes buying chips and then water from the women who are selling on the streets. There, directly in front of the Flagstaff House. Now the question you ask yourself is, why will any government, aware of the regulations that the drivers are citing, and they are, of course, you know better, allow these things to continue? Go on a long stretch towards the Kotoka International Airport. That is our main point of entry, at least through the air. Dignitaries, just recently we hosted heads of state from across Africa, or is it ECOWAS, to celebrate ECOWAS at 50, right? All of them came through that enclave and they saw people selling on the street.
For me, I think this is what I feel. I think Ghana is a more laissez-faire country than most. Ghana is a free country. You can do anything you want. Because as I said to you, I went to Togo over the weekend. When I went to Nwepe and I entered the Baja, people sell, but they don't do it the way we do. I didn't see any motorbike rider without a helmet. I didn't see anybody sitting behind a motorbike without a helmet. But when I entered the Ghana side, everything was free. Even the air was free. The air in Togo was like difficult to breathe. The Ghana air was free, no road marking. The motorbike, no helmet. You can sell anywhere. You can do anything.
Road signs, nothing.
So maybe that's the price of freedom is lawlessness. The price we pay for freedom is lawlessness.
Give me a second. Let me read this message from a very good friend of ours.
I don't know.
He says, I support the truck drivers
over the traders.
No, I support the truck drivers.
Okay.
Meanwhile, we should incite the hawkers and traders to also strike against the drivers.
That's all.
Maybe that's what will bring discipline.
I think so.
Both groups.
I think so.
Prof, thank you.
I think so. I think so.
That's a good one.
Because now that, but you see, this is the thing. Maybe the drivers are now feeling the brunt of the lawlessness of traders on their business. So if they also look at their lawlessness on other people, you see, now they are seeing that when traders sell anywhere and take over the place you are supposed to drive, it affects our business. Have they ever thought about how their lawlessness affects other people's business? So I like what your prof is saying. Let the hawkers also go and strike against the drivers. Then we all will go and strike.
But Bernard, we are media. I think Sky is making this point. Look, somebody has to be working over time to make sure there's decency on our roads. As for street hawking, every country, and I say every country
has a semblance of it.
No, if you permit it
to happen,
people will raid your streets. Every country. So the bylaws and the district assembly regulations, when enforced, will be able to first isolate some of these issues and, if like, find remedy.
Okay.
We don't.
In Ghana?
We don't, because see, 30 years ago, there was no way you get to Airport Junction and see what you are seeing there.
No.
The closest that you found at the Airport Junction was money changers.
Under the trees.
They sat under the trees like that, and then when you are going, they'll call you, you know. But what we see, it means that it's gotten from bad to worse, and every day we see a new dimension. So are we that helpless that we can't enforce the laws that exist? Right now we are doing constitutional review. Okay, while we are at it, the small one that we have, we can't enforce.
Charlie, let me bring you tech and social media trends. 5 minutes past 8, City Breakfast Show. Tech and social media trends is brought to us by
Telecel and First Bank Ghana. First Bank Ghana says its all new First mobile app from First Bank Ghana is here. You experience the convenience of banking from your palm anywhere in the world at any time. The features: you can buy or purchase airtime and data, account to Momo transfer, inter and intra bank transfer, account opening, bill payment to Netflix, iTunes, fingerprint and face ID, statement downloads in PDF, scheduled payments, biometric authentication for transactions, auto receipt generation for past transactions, so much more. So visit the Apple Store, App Store or Google Play Store. Download the First mobile app and bank with ease like never before. 0596 921 921 is the number to call. You can visit any of our branches. First Bank, you first.
Susu Graham has the segment for us. Welcome again, Mr. Graham.
Thank you very much.
What are the top trends for us?
Well, of course, Mr. Sami Jemfi, he can't leave the trends.
Since Saturday or Sunday.
There's a new development.
What's new?
Well, the letter to Shaj.
Somebody has petitioned Shaj.
Is the new development in the case. So
that's the new angle.
The person has claimed that they have seen his account and there's hundreds of millions of CDs moving through the account. So
it's reignited the conversation.
He's very worried. I mean, the conversation never died. It's another dimension he's added. So
what else is trending?
So the person who wrote it said that he has seen his.
Yeah. So tries to investigate.
He has intelligence, which is to suggest that he has become aware.
So will Shraj ask him to produce the account?
Well, I mean, Shraj's authority extends to asking for information like that.
No, from the person who said he has seen it.
So he's the complainant. He's the person who's filed the complaint. So they would, of course, invite him to submit evidence.
To submit the evidence.
And of course, there will also be an invitation to the other party to.
Then he should bring it.
But people are not convinced by the letter, because when you Google the man's name, he shares a name with the MPP organizer. So people feel like it's a political maneuver, and they're not taking it seriously.
Is it MPP or NDC?
MPP.
The former. Is a former something?
When you Google his name, there's something about him doing some campaign stuff for Napo. So people are feeling like.
What's the guy's name?
He's called, I think, Edemakachi, and he did a thing called Grassroots for Napo a few years ago. So people are feeling like it's a plant, so it's not something you should take seriously. So it's divided. You know how these things are right now.
I think if it's been brought before Shraj, let Shraj deal with it.
Yep. So what else is trending?
Of course, there was a little bit of football. The playoff semi-final, and Sunderland scored a last-minute goal to knock Coventry out of the playoffs. So Sunderland are trending, Coventry are trending, and Frank Lampard is trending because Frank Lampard is the coach of Coventry. I believe he's done a very good job, because when he joined the club, they weren't doing too well.
Around 17.
Yeah, exactly. They flew up the table into the playoff places, but it wasn't enough.
My pain is that Coventry is the city I lived in for a year and a half, so I have a soft spot for Coventry City.
But Coventry, do they play football? The closest they come to the lifeline is when Ogate Lamte went to play for
Rico
Coventry
Arena.
City.
El Haj Diouf used to. There was some Moroccan player. One of Morocco's best players played for Coventry City. They had very good players.
It's close to Birmingham, right?
Yes, they were relegated in the 90s.
And they're just Yes.
No, they play football. I want to stop that, Charlie, go on, don't mind this man.
Yes, and then transfer season has started.
Who is going
rumors
where?
are starting. So Danny Olmo.
Where is he going?
He's in the rumors because allegedly Man City are interested in his signature.
After all his problems at Barca.
Looks like Danny Olmo, but Man City is interested in him. They are trying to rejig their team for next season. And Liam Delap is also in the rumors. They are saying that Manchester United are interested in him.
He wants to destroy his career.
Oh, he said that he wants to see whether they can get into the Champions League before he will join.
But United is just above relegation.
But he's
it's serious. United and Spurs are just the next team after relegation.
But if they win,
with how many matches to go?
2.
No, they can't be relegated. 2. They have 39 points. But it's serious.
The relegation technical way they can relegate.
we can file that they feel that an unqualified player. Then they'll deduct some points. United they worry you.
That will be earth shattering.
So they are now 16.
United relegated.
Oh, it is possible.
Oh, Charlie.
All things are possible.
So Delap is also in the trends because Manchester United wants him, and the rumors are he's waiting to see how the Europa League final will turn out because he wants to play.
Who will win that match?
All the data is saying Spurs.
When is the match?
I want to say next Wednesday. Next Wednesday.
21st.
Yes. So 21st. Yeah, next Wednesday. Yeah.
I think Spurs will win.
All the data is saying Spurs, but we know how
United will lose, and the coach will lose more hair.
But we know how Spurs are. Spurs are in big moments, so it's a difficult one.
I don't know. The Man United coach is a motivational speaker in the philosopher. When they lose, man, they can't say, we have to try. We cannot stop playing. We have to believe. We have to say, look at you.
Actually,
I honestly say that these are the problem is the players because we have changed coaches.
The players
I actually disagree.
It's the players.
I disagree.
Charlie, from Mourinho, Van Gaal to Solskjaer
I disagree.
Charlie, it's the players.
No, I disagree. Let me explain why I disagree. Because this is a team that finished 3rd, right? They had a lot of injuries. They finished 8th. Now you change the manager. Now they are 17th.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that this is a team that should be winning the
league.
That's
Man U.
Yeah, I'm not saying they should
so
be
in the
winning
past
the
2 years, you think the coach was
I'm not saying they should be winning the league or anything, but you can't tell me they're a team that with a lot of injuries finish 8th.
Yes.
You buy some new players.
And then you bring a new coach and you go 15.
The coach has to take some responsibility for the league.
Of course.
Yeah.
Say some.
No, the coach is not motivational. No, Samuel, the coach is a motivational speaker. Every time they give
what I think will hit Man U.
Yes.
It's likely to be more financial than not.
They really need to gain the Champions League because their PSR issues.
I mean, if you win Europa, it's £10 million.
It's not that much.
It's 10 million.
But Champions League revenue for next season that they are thinking about. So.
Because if they don't win Europa,
but if they don't win, being finals is £5 million.
But the point is that it's even about qualifying for Champions League.
No, not get.
Yeah.
But what if you don't?
And then they're in big trouble.
Charlie, so let's move on.
And the last one in the trends is Chris Waddle, the musician. He was doing some giveaways on his Twitter page. So he was giving out 1,000 CDs here and there. So people were quite excited.
Some used to do giveaway for the stuff.
I even need the word giveaway more than it.
And a little bit of tech news. So there seems to be an issue with Chinese inverters. There's an allegation. But I'm reading this.
Americanus.
U.S. energy officials are saying that they have found listening devices in Chinese inverters.
You let us think.
So they are. They said listening.
We need their power. Hey, America.
So they said that the raw communication devices, they are not sure what exactly they are in the inverters for. So they are
worried.
They are worried and they are warning us that we should
buy Chinese.
We should pay attention to Chinese inverters.
Give some evidence to show the listening devices.
Oh, I can read through the story for you. It's a long story.
We don't have time.
I'm just saying that there's.
Thank you for that information.
Since 1894, we've witnessed the evolution of a brand and proudly partnered with its people on the path to prosperity. From the ink-stained ledgers of the past to the lightning-fast transactions of today, First Bank has consistently adopted, embracing innovation while cherishing the legacy of our heritage and making giant strides across the globe. It's not just about banking, it's about enabling your success generation after generation. Our legacy defined the past, shaped the present, And in 2094, we will still be fostering financial security and stability for future generations. We are helping to create a future where the possibilities are infinite, the opportunities borderless, and where the world looks up to Africa. Let's awaken the giant in you. You first. First Bank.
Auntie T, I beg, fix me go betete Ghana. No gari, no oil, no plantain, just beans then eggs.
Hey, brah, that be dangerous combination, no?
Problem no day. I feel handle am.
For Telecel, with the Bob say everybody gets what they like. That be why Made For Me bundles day. Based on your usage, you get your own data and call packages. Fala! Made For Me bundles like the way you want them. That *530#, then buy Made For Me bundles today.
Telecel, connecting energies.
Join the conversation on the City Breakfast Show on Facebook at facebook.com/City97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/City973, and Instagram at instagram.com/City973 with the hashtag CityCBS.
Looking for the latest buzz in Ghana's entertainment world? Welcome to Ghana Weekend, your ultimate destination for all things creativity and entertainment.
Stay in the loop with breaking news, exclusive interviews, and then insider stories from your favorite creatives and stars. From music, movies, fashion and art, lifestyle and culture, Ghana Weekend brings it all together. Get a daily dose of entertainment, discover new talents, and never miss out on the creativity that defines our vibrant culture.
Stay connected with us across all platforms. Follow us on Instagram with the handle Ghana Weekend, on X Ghana Weekend, on TikTok Ghana Weekend, at Ghana Weekend TV on YouTube for the latest in entertainment, travel, and everything Ghana. Don't miss out. Join the Ghana Weekend family today. Ghana Weekend, where entertainment meets creativity. Visit GhanaWeekend.com now.
He dribbles one, two defenders, shoots, goal!
Wait, you captured that moment?
Of course! With my new HMD phone's AI dual camera, I never miss the perfect shot.
HMD, the official mobile partner of FC Barcelona?
Yeah, bro. It's now available in Ghana.
Europe's largest phone maker brings you the HMD Arc and Aura 2 phones. With its 3-day battery life, you can do the things you want to do without rushing out to get your charger. HMD, makers of Nokia phones.
When the pain is too much, don't know what else to do. So rapping all, will take your pain away. Rapping all,
Rapinol is what you need. Rapinol will relieve you of all aches and pain in your body. Rheumatic pain, menstrual pain, body pain, toothaches, and other feverish conditions. Rapinol is a quality product from Danex iTunes Starwin PLC. If symptoms persist after 48 hours, consult a physician. Not suitable for children below 16 years old, asthmatic, and ulcer patients. This advert is FDA approved.
Let me do my thing. Girls, leave me and let me do my thing. I'm tired of everyone chasing the same old. Awesome intelligence is the new magic. Get your Samsung Galaxy A56, A36, or A26 5G. eSIM included. This trip, school go big as I pull out my awesome intelligence. Pictures, videos, slow-mo, filters will be awesome. That's the new Galaxy experience. So let me do my thing. Let me be different, unique, and most of all, awesome with my new Samsung A series. Grab your new awesome Galaxy A56, A36, or A26 5G. Level up your game with the new awesome.
Price starting at 4,199 cedis. Terms and conditions apply.
Visit West Africa's largest and longest running mining and power exhibition and conference, WAMPEX. It's happening from the 28th to the 30th of May 2025 at the Accra International Conference Center and the Grand Arena. This is your opportunity to engage with over 5,000 participants, including industry professionals from across the region. Don't miss out. Register now and be part of the future of mining and power in West Africa at www.wampexwestafrica.com. Headline sponsors: Metso, Goldfields. Other sponsors: B5 Plus, Newmont, Anglo Gold Ashanti, Zigen, Stanbic Bank, Hexagon, Protea Coin, Mantrack, The Bank Hospital, and Rand Refinery.
Hey there, all enterprise customers. We are rewarding all of you just for standing by us all this while. Simply keep doing the things you've always done with us, like renewing policies, making purchases, and more. The twist though, you have to do them on our self-service portal via web or the Enterprise Advantage app. Once you log into the portal, access Advantage Points and do any of the transactions you're allowed to do there in order to earn points. The more you transact, the more points you earn. The points you earn can be used to redeem loads of airtime, Momo, and other rewards. It's that simple. Just visit the portal, log in, and enjoy. Visit my.enterprisegroup.net.gh or download the Enterprise Advantage app to get started. Enterprise Advantage Points, because nothing you do should be pointless.
Enterprise, your advantage.
This is the City Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
You are big. Oh, mommy, oh, papa, what do you make your mouth big? You are big. Dirty way make my mouth big. You too, you go grow. Baba, you go grow. Oh, mommy, oh, papa, what do you make your mouth big?
Unleashing the power of relevant radio. This is City 97.3.
What do you make your mouth big? You are big. Dirty ways make my mouth big. You too, you go grow. Baba, you go grow. Biggie, Baba, you go grow. Baba, you go grow. Biggie, Baba, you go grow. Baba, you go grow. Oh, my biggie, Baba, you go grow. Baba, you go grow. Hey, Baba, you go grow. Baba, you go grow. My biggie, Baba, you go grow. Baba, you go grow.
The City Breakfast Show. Rise above the noise.
Twenty-one minutes past 8. We all want a little more security when life gets unpredictable, a little more protection for our loved ones, because let's be honest, more is always better. Let's put you on the Absa Assure account, an account that isn't just a banking product, a chance to have more than you expect. Gives you domestic and commercial accident insurance cover, hospitalization benefits, permanent disability benefits, car cover, and a bundle of essential banking services, all for a single fee. If you want more, yes, your story matters, Absa.
And buying an inferior mattress at a cheap price may seem like a good way to save money, but do not fall for the trap of putting your health at risk, because this can cause you a lifetime of discomfort and chronic pain. Latex foam offers you unmatched quality and durability at competitive prices. The good news is we are giving you 10% off everything you buy from our showrooms from now to the end of the month, which is May. So come and get your favorite mattresses, sofas, beds, wardrobes, coffee and center tables, chest of drawers, and many more. We stock flattering and exciting designs to make your home beautiful. Hurry to get your 10% off on any item of your choice. Call this number now, 0302-231-155, or you can change the last numbers with 56. Visit any of our pages on socials. T's and C's apply. Latex Foam is your partner for life. And if you're looking for a smarter, faster, and more secure way to manage your finances, please look no further. With the award-winning Fab mobile and internet banking solutions, banking is now easier, faster, and more convenient than you think. So join the Purple Bank today. Feel the Purple experience where convenience meets innovation. It's easy, safe, and secure. First Atlantic Bank, 2 times Digital Bank of the Year in a row. First Atlantic Bank, refreshingly different.
It's 8:23. Before we come back to the poll, before we come back to the market versus trotro and all those things, I want to do a quick conversation with Samens on something I can say are officially communicating today. So if you look on my WhatsApp profile, I have shared the artwork of the Agri Fair 2025. And so we just want to talk a bit about what is the Agri Fair, why are we organizing it, who can take part, what will it do for businesses, for farms, and for the economy, and why does a media house always want to do things like this? So some things. So I'm just going to divert you from this discussion to talk about the Agri Fair this morning. So I noticed that today we put out the artwork. What is the Agri Fair and why is it so important?
Agri Fair is a platform that we have created for those in the farming business. And when I talk about farming business, I am talking about those in medium to large scale commercial farming, or those in subsistence farming who have produce they want to showcase, and then those who want to scale up. And this is going to be, if you like, a discount sale and also exhibition of produce. So
those in the farming business,
yes, medium to large scale, and then those in subsistence farming who want to scale up, and say you are doing beans, you have a special type of beans, special type of pepper, but you want to scale up, so you need one of our booths to showcase and then scale up.
Correct.
So you are selling and also exhibiting.
Right.
So this is it. It's a one-stop shop for exhibition and sale of fresh farm produce.
I like the word fresh, and I also like the word discount sale. Can you elaborate?
So basically, we are not dealing with middlemen. We are dealing with the producers themselves. And so discounts in the sense that you are supposed to be buying them at prices way less than what you get in open markets.
I want you to emphasize that again.
Yes, prices lower than what you get in open markets.
What benefit does this platform create for a farmer to leave his farm in Kasua or Apife or somewhere and come and be there for 3 days to sell at a discount?
Bernard, a lot of the farmers, apart from the challenges they have within the production space itself, they have major challenges with transporting their produce. And so this is what has created that business for middlemen who have this routine of traveling to farm gates, lifting the products at times at rock bottom prices, okay, and then transport to the main urban centers and do their business. No problem with that. This time we are saying that you are also going to, as a patron, you can buy at farm gate prices.
For the 3 days that we are bringing all these people together.
Yes. And then for the exhibitors, you get to market your service. Now people get to know you, people get to know your service offering, and you can start getting business from across the country.
Which category of products are we looking at?
Well, we are looking at the three main lines of agriculture. So the crop and plant, that's there. So under that you are having fruits, veggies, tubers, leafy fruits, cereals. So you're having rice, you're having beans, you're having sorghum, maize, millet. All these things are there. Cassava, banche, and then mankani, brobe, cocoa.
Thank you.
You know, so you have atomo.
Oh my God.
Atomo. You're having all these things there, you know. And then you also go into the livestock side. So there are people who are into piggeries, you know, and I think it's an emerging industry too. A lot more people are going. But you know, there are ways to do it for you to optimize your investment. We have piggery people there. We have those who are into goats, those who are into cattle, those who are into rabbit rearing, those who are into poultry, those who specialize in egg production, those who, you know, so those are there. And then we have the fisheries.
Okay, so fish is part.
Fish is part. So we have those who do the proper the fishing, fish pond, and then they do their fishing,
Fish
farming, and all of them are coming. So you, the patron, yours is to come, spy the fish, and buy and go home.
Thank you.
So why is okay? Go on.
It doesn't end there. Now, once you do that, you get to know where to get the kind of fish that you want.
Great.
So post the event,
You always know
where to go to.
So why is it important for us to do this for 3 days? Why do you think you want to bring all these people to one location for 3 days to come and be buying and selling things?
Well, ours is to actually promote this beautiful agric offering that we have as a country. That there are people doing so much within the agric sector, and I'm talking about private individuals, farms, those who provide services within the agric space and all that. The cost of advertising at times is a bit punitive.
Yeah.
And so they have good products, but they don't have the platform to tell their story. So this is we here putting the platform together, promoting them, and also creating the necessary awareness about their products, their services, and the special offerings that they have. I mean, for some of the products, it may not be in season in the month of June. We do understand. So, but around the year, every month you pick, there's one or two that will not be in season. But the principle here is we want to promote agriculture to complement the effort of government so that Ghanaians will benefit.
Sorry.
At the end of the day, we want to be able, for instance, to make sure that tomatoes, we import tomatoes from Burkina Faso.
Yeah.
In fact, Burkina Faso alone accounts for almost 80% of the tomatoes that we import into this country. And Burkina is just next door.
Yeah.
Morocco is another one.
Yeah.
We import tomatoes from Morocco. Fresh tomatoes I'm
Really?
talking about. We import fresh tomatoes from Egypt.
Serious?
Yes. So between Burkina, Morocco, and Egypt, they may account for about 95% of the tomatoes that we import. And between the three of them, they account for almost 40% of our tomato that we consume in this country.
Wow. I didn't even know Egypt and Morocco produce tomatoes.
You
So that's
know?
just one example of import.
Yes. So how do we bridge the gap? Meaning that there's a certain 40 to 50% space, which is an opportunity for our local farmers to tap into.
Yeah.
This is the whole idea.
Right.
How can we promote it so that we complement government effort, so that our farmers can start making money.
Very important.
So we feed ourselves. Not just farmers starting to make money, but it reduces the pressure
on the city.
Because look, 84,000 metric tons of tomato a year from only Burkina Faso. Or by now, this figure was 2023. So by now, I'm sure we've hit 100,000 metric tons. And this is the official figure. You can also talk about the ones that we have not recorded. Okay, so with that, it gives us an idea of what opportunities exist in the space.
All right. Now, when is this event and where is this event?
The event is happening on the 20th, starting on the 20th of June, 21st and 22nd. So
3 days.
Friday, Saturday, we climax it on Sunday, 22nd of June, 2025. Now we are doing this event at the Ifwa Sutherland Children's Park. The whole space will have canopies everywhere. So those doing the livestock will be on one end. Those doing poultry, those doing rabbit, those doing cassava. So the cassava, they will bring their cassava, then they will do banchampese, then they will do apalanchi. Then those who are doing the goat, they will do the goat meat. Then they will do boswo. Yeah, boswo. The Ashanti people know what boswo. They will do the boswo there. Then those who will do the kebab. They will do goat meat kebab. They will do rabbit kebab. They will do chicken kebab. They will do a confirmed kebab. You get me? So they will do all sorts of. So we'll have the kebab area there, and that one you have to sample it.
Very, very important. Yes.
So while you are doing fresh produce, you're also doing like things from the fresh produce that can be readily consumed.
Yes.
So that it's something you can come with the family.
The only thing we are not admitting is pre-packaged food.
How do farms and agribusinesses take part in this event? How do they get to take part?
They will have to make a call to 0205 973 973.
I mean that number hasn't changed.
Yes.
0205 973 973. And when they call, what should they say?
I want to take part in the Agri Fair, which is happening on the 20th to 22nd.
To showcase your produce, to sell it.
Yes.
Now, it's a 3-day event. Are there any sponsors, and who are our partners?
We do have sponsors and partners. Our first sponsor is Exim Bank Ghana Exim Bank.
Okay.
We also have Development Bank Ghana.
And
then we have Legacy Crop and Improvement Center. So Legacy Crop and Improvement Center, they are all partners to this. We have a few more partners that I'll be mentioning as time goes on.
So this is 3 days of exhibiting and selling fresh farm produce.
Yes.
You call it at a discount price.
Yes.
So
that's farm gate prices. Let me put it
the objective is to get people to know that these farms exist, these products exist, and then you can also make contact, buy them today and get more later.
Yeah.
I see. 3 days at the Children's Park here in Accra.
Yes. Entry is free. Mind you, entry is free for everybody. The exhibitors would have registered ahead of time, and they will be exhibiting, they will be selling. And please come, those who are doing small scale businesses come and see whether you get new suppliers, ex suppliers, and all that, And then we'll be having some clinics
in the course of the
as in workshops, clinics. There are those of you who are thinking about going into farming, small scale farming. You middle class people sitting in Accra, you haven't visited your home. The closest idea you have about your hometown is in the history books. You have to go to your hometown, get one even if 1 acre of land, and try this. we are going to have workshops for people who
whilst we are selling.
Yes.
So that people who want to enter the farming,
those who want to go into
value chain,
crop farming, those who want to go into snail farming, those who want to go into piggery, those who want to go into poultry. We are going to organize all these things.
So that whilst you are buying and selling, you are also getting a chance to learn about how to enter the farming space.
Don't forget, the ultimate aim is to bring about a new desire and energy to expand the frontiers
Let me not cut you.
farming.
Today, the World Bank head for West and Central Africa wrote an article saying that agric and agribusiness remains the most viable source of job creation and employment in Africa.
I agree with him.
That all those things we are talking about, manufacturing and those things are good, but from the calculation he's done, agric and agribusiness remains the most promising way of employing people and also transforming economies.
It's actually the bedrock.
That's what he said.
On top of that,
He said the hidden jobs engine, unleashing the potential of agriculture in sub-Saharan Africa. He wrote it yesterday.
The on top of that is a strong policy direction that encourages the consumption of same.
Which is what we're also encouraging. So because the market is the end of it.
Exactly.
Let me read something he said. Agriculture is more than just farming. It includes logistics, processing, technology and services across the value chain. Rising urban food demand in cities like Lagos, Accra, Abidjan and Douala is creating employment across downstream segments. Then he gives examples of this. Then he talks about what needs to happen for things like this to change. So digital agriculture, mechanization, climate smart practices, and then making, of course, markets available as well. Then he gives 5 job stimulating shifts. Invest in agri-food value chains, scale youth-focused skills programs, strengthen rural infrastructure, reform land and finance, and align public policy and donor financing to agri. I would recommend you to read that article. I think it goes to the heart of the passion. So for us, we did the food festival in March.
Yeah.
People have not recovered. Now you're doing. Is this a mass participation event?
Yeah.
Are you expecting like thousands of people to come?
Oh yeah. It's mass participation.
Mass participation.
Yes, that's why it's 3 days.
Will there be enough space?
Oh, there will be.
How big is the place?
Oh, the children's park is big. It will be, if you like, say 3 times the size of the AMA space.
Oh, so much more space.
Yes.
Much more space.
And it's more green, not.
So it's easier to.
Yeah.
So you can come with your kids and get some kebab. And then go around, buy stuff.
Yeah. No, we'll have the entertainment bits there,
Okay.
but the key thing is about showcasing agricultural produce.
Okay.
Because look, a lot of the times you go to even our shops, the meat that you see there is foreign.
True.
Not easy.
It's either from South Africa, it's from Zimbabwe, and we have fish from Morocco.
Fish too.
We are importing fish from Morocco. When we have one of the widest space sea whatever you call it, coastal line, we still import fish from Morocco. So I'm just saying that it's bad, but it also gives us a good opportunity.
All right.
And we as a media house, our duty is to promote and make it a national issue.
Which is what we'll be doing from the 20th to the 22nd of June. A Swaziland Children's Park, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. each day. For further information and to exhibit your farm and sell your farm produce, call 0205 973 973. I'm sure they can WhatsApp the number as well. Simons. They can WhatsApp the number as well.
Yes,
Okay.
they can.
So 0205 973 973. Now, our sponsors and partners, Exim Bank, Development Bank Ghana, and the Legacy Crop Improvement Center. So far, thank you. We'll come back to the main running story. Carl, let me hear from you on a couple of quick points.
Yes.
Then I'll come back to the issue of drivers versus traders. who needs lashes more?
My goodness.
Okay.
So we understand the unique journey of women in business, from juggling multiple responsibilities to navigating financial complexities, societal expectations, etc., etc. Listen, your resilience and vision inspire us. That's why we've created the She Business account tailored to empower visionary women leaders like you, with collateral-free loans of up to 2 million Ghana cedis, insurance coverage, discounted loan interest rates, and capacity capacity building programs, the She Business account is the banking solution for you. So visit the nearest APSA branch or call 0302 429150 for more information. Your story matters. APSA. And I'm saying that buying an inferior mattress at a cheap price may seem like a good idea to save money, but don't fall for that trap of putting your health at risk, because this can cause you a lifetime of discomfort and chronic pain. So Latex Foam offers you unmatched quality and durability at competitive prices. The good news is that we're giving you 10% off everything you buy from our showrooms from now till the end of May. So come and get your favorite mattresses, sofas, beds, wardrobes, coffee and center tables, chest of drawers and many more. We stock flattering and exciting designs to make your home beautiful. So call 0302 231 155 or 0302 231 156. Visit our pages on social. C&C Supply. Latex Foam, your partner for life.
Still on the City Breakfast Show, we have officially told you about the Agri Fair. I'll be telling you more about it in the coming days. But let's get back to the other matter.
Yep.
So it looks like, Sky, you need to sit down and take your time and pick the hotspots better, because a lot of people are saying, look, there are so many places you are missing in this your league of trouble spots. And I think it's an important thing you're doing, because it also gives the city authorities a chance to rethink where to prioritize when it comes to decongestion Accra. You mentioned places that are very obvious to you, but there's a lot of text messages, Caleb, coming in suggesting that there are other places that have become traffic bottlenecks, partly because of traders and hawkers, and also because of vehicle drivers who are all breaking the law.
There's an interesting one I want to read before Caleb will come in. So that one basically is from someone who knows the Awoshi area, and you know that road connection from Mama Saman to Awoshi. You know that stretch, right?
Yeah.
So the person,
new road.
Yeah, the new road.
The one they are still
the
working.
person says, which group of commercial drivers are these complaining? Are they from Achimota, Amasaman, La Paz, or Ablekuma Kev?
I'm not sure.
I can't believe this. Ablekuma Kev will shock you. Traffic lawlessness caused by traders of all kinds. Poultry, goats, sheep, tomatoes, fruits, and even Visa lottery tents at the intersection of the road, and many more.
Ablekuma Kev.
Yes, you know when you are making that turn, which will take you ultimately to Awoshi area.
There's a KFC there.
So everything is there.
Is there poultry, goat, sheep, tomatoes, fruits, and even Visa lottery tents?
All of them.
Someone sent me pictures a few days ago, but we weren't discussing sanitation. That's why I didn't send it. So I'm come to just forward the pictures.
So they've also messed up the place.
Oh, it's very disgusting. The whole area.
So is this person blaming drivers or the sellers?
The drivers says that aside this, there are no bus stops designated for commercial vehicles. Where are the law enforcement officers? Kafui, Amanfu,
I'll be doing something before we close. I'm going to ask my panel to give me 5 priorities for city managers. Now that we are busy appointing, confirming, and rejecting assembly authority heads, maybe it would be nice to ask what should be the top 5 things the person taking over as mayor of Accra should do, or the person taking over as mayor of Kumasi or Tamale should do. So I'll come to that as my end point. So Simon, think about that for me. But I wanted to elaborate on the point.
Yeah, you see, I have a friend who lives there, so the person's always complaining to me that, look, you go there, and I've been there a few times.
Awoshi Kev.
The Ablekuma Kev. You come, there's a KFC, so it's like when you come from the Pokwasi interchange, you go down, then there's a curve. You go down to, I think Anyaso is down there, and then you go to the N1, so it's like a curve. That curve, what happens is that there's supposed to be a traffic light. There's supposed to be, you know how the new roads are, there's outer lane, inner lane. You can't use the outer lane because
they've taken over.
It's basically a trotro station.
Meanwhile, the outer lane is for those who are not going straight.
Who are Kevin. So it's like an outer lane, a trotro. It's like now become an Okada station, trotro station, market, everything. The worst part is, we always say this, the police are standing there. So when you use the inner lane and you turn, they say, hey, why don't you turn in the outer lane?
But the outer lane, you can't pass them.
Meanwhile, the outer lane is so crowded and so bazaar.
By the way, which assembly is this? So Ablekuma Kev, is it Gan East? Sorry, is this Gan West or Gan South?
Central.
I think the constituency is Amasaman. That's why I know. But I'm not sure about the district.
West Municipal Assembly, but I don't know if West.
Okay, so let me tell you what I know. Ga Central is Anyanso too. Ga East is Dome Kwabenya. Ga South is Wager. So it has to be Ga West.
If it's Ga West, that is
or it's between Ga West and Ga Central. Because you are saying Ablekuma Kev.
Yeah.
It has to either be Ga West or Ga Central. Kale, check for me. Ablekuma Kev. It's Ga West or Ga Central.
You know how it is when a lot of people come somewhere. There's so much rubbish in the median, on the road. And like I said, when you turn into the Ablekuma Newtown area, which is where the Kev kind of passes, so you go past the KFC to where people live and stuff. The 2-3 lanes you're supposed to use to enter, it's become one lane. Then you have these praggers or whatever. Their station is there. The whole place is just.
So now in the debate between drivers and traders, it's basically both, right?
No, this place is like there's a market and there's like you see. So there's the Okadas are parked on the Okadas and praggers are half parked on the road waiting for customers. So it's like the place is just bazaar.
A toxic mix of. Now Jonathan from Ga West says this is Ga Central.
Which part is that?
Ablekuma Kev is Ga Central. Because you see, we are also looking for,
really?
Because this guy lives
in Ga South is Amanfro, Wager Amanfro.
Yes.
Ga West is Amasaman side.
Yes. But you know, Ablekuma Kev is
in between is the
Ga Central, yes. Because Ga Central is sometimes Anya, Soutum, Ablekuma. Now I'm saying this because
so they are between. Okay.
Yes, we want to, you see, this is the time they are appointing new MMCs, right? So it's also important for them to know the scope of work they have to do and what to expect from them. I think the business as usual thing needs to end, where you are appointed and you just come and do the basics, the regulars. There's a lot of work that needs to be done in the city. I think we in the media, we have pledged to support assemblies that want to do the right thing, to break lawlessness. We will not use our media platform to attack you when we know that what you are doing is right. So the fear of backlash, which hampers a lot of these assembly people from doing the right thing, should go. What I want to do is kind of read a few comments from me on this interesting opportunity that the drivers strike offers. Drivers say they are tired of lawlessness in Ghana. So now they want to strike on Monday because hawkers are too lawless and traders are too lawless. Can you imagine?
I'm not convinced.
Can you imagine?
But on the drivers, there's an interesting message here from one of our colleagues. Caleb, I would like to share my eyewitness account regarding the lawless and reckless behavior of some drivers. Only yesterday, after the heavy downpour, I boarded a trotro from the Achimota overhead to Tema. The driver was speeding on the motorway despite the road being wet and slippery. Passengers pleaded with him to slow down, especially considering the potholes along the route. But he bluntly told us he was tired and in a hurry to get home. If not for timely interventions, the situation could have escalated into a physical confrontation between the driver and some of the passengers. Most of these trotro vehicles are in terrible condition, rickety with faulty brakes, worn out tires and broken seats. Some drivers even start their vehicles without proper ignition keys. I have personally
how do they start the vehicle?
So they have cables down the stair. They
join the wires.
It catch fire. Then they
then the car shake. Then you put his singlet on his neck and clean his shirt, and then we are going.
I have personally experienced multiple incidents of tire burst on the motorway, and it's only by God's grace that many of us survive these journeys. It's high time authorities enforce safety checks and ensure that drivers adhere strictly to road safety guidelines. These reckless behaviors are a major cause of crashes and loss of lives.
So this guy is voting for the drivers.
And this lady is very, very upset, Bernard. Bernard, all the pavements along the Abekan Road to Tesano have been occupied by paint sellers, second-hand item sellers, etc., etc. This is so bad that we, the pedestrians, have to walk on the road itself, and we always have to look behind us for oncoming vehicles. Michael from Adenta, and guess what? Those who are in wheelchairs also have to wheel themselves on the road itself and not the pavement because these guys have taken over the pavement. Yeah, Bernard and team, traders at La Paz have taken over the bus stops meant for the trotro, and that is the major cause of traffic in and around Abekan La Paz. Kofi Kwame. Oh, okay. Good morning, Kofi Kwame. Bernard and team, Sky missed another hotspot, which is the La Paz enclave. La Paz is coming up strongly. I totally agree with the drivers on this issue. Irresponsible hawking and selling on streets as well as sidewalks is a very serious issue issue in Ghana. However, commuters must also demonstrate against drivers for their irresponsible activities on the streets.
I think your prof's message is beautiful. Because if hawkers and traders also say they will complain about drivers, maybe we can get somewhere in Ghana. No, maybe. So the two sides will say, you know what, let's have a truce. Let's all stop the fooling. This one from Yao.
Yeah.
Bernade, the GPRT should remove the log in their eye rather than the speck from somebody else's eye. Asemo, the pot calling kettle black.
Sure. Yeah, from Temasenda through Bernard. Some are sending messages that some of the trotro drivers use spoon to start their cars. That one I've not seen. They connect the cable and the spoon. Then it was that one I've not seen, honestly. But two people have confirmed.
Challenge spoon.
Wait until you see them put foam as a ladder, like what I
to do what?
And then pour it into a black fruit. That's what they use in place of black fruit.
They'll use Omo and something.
Yes.
Bernard, wisdom from Gomoa Kotti says, good morning, team. I am really happy about the step GPRT has taken. I really get angry about issues of traders selling on our walkways, inconveniencing us to the point of making a tool in one. It's a very big issue that we must address. Let the government support them on this one. Kaswa 2 day inside sky. City, please don't forget Kaneshi Ablekuma.
The list is getting longer.
Kaneshi Ablekuma. Yes, Kaneshi.
Oh my God, it's a headquarters.
Kaneshi. No, that's the headquarters.
Bernard, I just drove past the Malam market and right under the footbridge, pedestrians were trying to cross the road. I refused to stop for them, and the next thing I heard is Oba Besia. Oh, okay, so they were
hooting.
Yeah. Bernard, trading on the roads show a failure of policing and decentralization.
Yeah.
Beyond this, consider the filth on our roads, the kiosk everywhere, sanitary and hygienic conditions in restaurants, hotels, shops, classrooms, etc., etc. As you put it, Ghana is a free-for-all country. Adam says, don't mind the trotro drivers. They are only looking for another opportunity or avenue to unleash their usual indiscipline. Bernard, good morning. GPRTU and their trotro drivers should rather focus on reducing transport fares and live their business partners, hawkers alone. Leave them alone because they are all in the same shoe. Ayuba Bari from Saudi Arabia. Right. Our coat of arms says freedom and justice. So
in Ghana we only like the freedom part. We don't like the justice part at all. And freedom and justice is supposed to be balanced. It's balanced because freedom on one hand is no restriction, but justice means that when you go off law. But we understand freedom, we don't understand justice. That's the problem in Ghana. We read a few more comments, but don't forget my question. So I had two questions. Of course, most people think that both hawkers and drivers are equally lawless. But I wanted a 5-point prioritization agenda for city managers. All right. A lot of them listen to this program, particularly as they are being confirmed. Last week we read the list of the new nominees. A few Kpakbo Alotes in the Greater Accra region. Generally, they start well and mean well. Generally, when they face backlash from some of these groups, they back down. So I want somebody to give me top 5 things a new assembly lead, particularly for AMA and the other bigger assemblies. Now, Gan West is big. It's not a small. If you are mayor of Gan South, it's a huge area. If you are in charge of Gan Central or Gan, it's very, very big. It's not, in fact, arguably, it's bigger than AMA. If you look at the size of Gas South, you can say that resource-wise, Tema is huge.
I think AMA as it stands now, looks like one of the smallest.
Can you imagine? In terms of physical size.
Yes.
Because Gas South is all the way English Afro, all the way through to parts of it Dansoman. So I want to press you guys a bit, but I just want to Caleb to read a few more comments for me on this public view. But to be fair, I think if they do the strike, we should cover it. Because I think it highlights how one group of users of our public spaces are unhappy about how another group behaves.
So one is choking the other.
No, it's important because you see the fact that they break the law, that's not what they are saying is not true. What the trotro drivers are saying is true. That how can people be selling at the place they are supposed to park? If you go and sell where I'm supposed to park, I'll park in the middle of the road.
Aloski, who determines where you are supposed to park?
okay, at least there's a bus stop. So if
they don't park at the bus stops. That's the
they
problem.
themselves don't park at the bus stops.
They don't park at the bus stops. Yeah. They are talking about somebody who is disrupting their convenience.
Huh?
They are complaining about another group of people who disrupt the convenience of the bus drivers.
Mm-hmm.
So they believe that along the road they should be able to stop and park anywhere.
Oh, you think this is what is driving this?
No, that's what it is.
My God.
That's what it is. They stop and park anywhere. I was at the Medina market this week.
Mm-hmm.
That's the new the
Is it New Road or Old Road? Zongo Junction.
Zongo Junction.
Hey, Old Road. Then you go tire.
The Zongo Junction.
Were you walking or driving?
No, I was driving. I wasn't going anywhere. I went there as part of this.
I wanted to see the thing.
Right.
And it was very interesting. Nobody is in a hurry.
We don't drive there. Then we walk. Me, I'm from that place. We walk there.
The drivers. So all these drivers that move to the Volta region.
Yes. So we have a Volta region station there.
Yes. They have to drive through.
Yes.
The market.
You can spend 20 minutes leaving the station to Zongo Junction.
Yes.
Before you even go to home.
Just that.
So you get me.
Yeah.
So the drivers will complain, but it's a survival theft.
Mm-hmm.
The pedestrians are walking. They are going to buy.
Sellers are putting things on the road to sell.
Vendors, they are there to sell. They cannot pay for the stalls. They can pay for the stalls. So any space is good business for them. And then the convenience of people who are commuting, buying from along the road.
So you stop at the roadside and it's buying.
Yeah. And it's buying.
And it's causing.
Because the assembly has permitted it. So people have built businesses out of the cracks.
So Medina market is unsalvageable.
Yeah, so that's the assemblies have a huge task.
It's a difficult work.
They have a difficult
work.
You know. So
can they do it?
No, they can do it not by bullying them, but you see, we can reorganize our spaces. You understand? You don't go telling them not to stop or park when you have not provided
some alternatives.
But if you look at the way Medina market is,
now the alternatives may not be enough, but at least providing for them is the first step, and then reorganize it.
It's going to be tough.
And then enforcing the laws. You don't start by beating the person who's selling. You start by stopping the commuter who's buying.
Can you repeat that?
I say you don't start by going after the innocent person who is just trying to find a means to survive.
You start by stopping the commuter who's buying, so that when the seller sees there's no buyer, he will move to the right place.
To where you are now.
So you can say, I like the idea. So you say it's unlawful to buy anything here.
Whilst
so move to where they will buy it. Move to the shop. That's a good idea.
They know that I'll get more business by moving. You know, I was talking to I don't know what that means, but Decathlon.
Yeah. They're now at Accra Mall.
Where were they?
Nima Junction.
Yeah.
And they moved to Accra Mall. So I engaged them.
Why?
And they were telling me that while they were at Nima, the space beautiful.
Very good.
Spacious, everything.
Good parking.
Yeah.
In a day, they were getting walk-ins maybe between 200, 300. On a bad day, they could get less than 100. Now they relocated to Accra Mall. They are getting in excess of 2,000 to 3,000 walk-ins in a day.
So this was research-based.
Location.
They need people to come through.
Exactly.
The location is more central. Yeah. It makes more sense. It's busier.
Exactly.
And there are other businesses around, because if you are coming to the Decathlon, it's a destination. Yeah. But now that it's at the mall, all the others who are selling there. So it's common.
So we need to create the space and make it attractive for people. Not just attractive, but convenient for people to get there.
I like the Medina example you gave, that on that day, trotro and bus stations struggling to move out, pedestrians moving to where they are going and also stopping to buy, and then sellers moving away from shops to sell on the road, and then hawkers also in the midst of all this confusion. Now your angle is that start with the buyer. Start with the pedestrian. Tell him that this is not a place to stop and buy. Then once the demand for the product reduces, the seller will then say, let me move to a shop. It's a good point, because usually buyers will aggregate and say, we are resisting you asking us not to buy, but sellers will resist it. So it's a good solution. But I still want you to think about the five priorities.
Let me just ask a question so that Semens will address the other side of it. The flip side of it is the drivers who stop anywhere just to pick up passengers.
Yeah.
If you get out of Citi FM,
yeah,
you are getting onto the Kuju Thompson Road.
Yeah.
Just in front, you see that.
You even see where to turn.
Exactly.
It's a terminal now.
It's a terminal. They are collecting passengers there. And when you turn right in front of Omni Basic Bank, drivers stop just in front of there to collect.
Hang on. In urban planning, how on earth can you allow a market without a car park
in such a place? That's the first sin.
I mean,
that's
have
the
a market,
first sin.
A market, and there's no proper demarcated car park.
So how do the people?
So you can resolve this problem.
Yeah. But the first sin was the location of the market without a car park. That's the first. That's the original sin.
That's a market, and there's no car park.
So what do you want people to do?
So because there's no car park, they will bastardize any space that is available.
So you see,
it's inconveniencing us and everybody else.
No, today I'm enjoying you. You are so right. It's true.
You see,
it's true.
But come to the point you're making. You see, not every vendor can afford a store.
True.
You know that. Yeah, that's true. In other jurisdictions, what they do is that they provide the stalls with the knowledge that not every vendor can afford a stall. They also provide a shed, a canopy with small demarcations, so that those who cannot afford their own stalls are given a shed that they pay on daily basis.
Okay.
That's how you organize these things. You can't solve everybody's problem, but you can minimize the wrongdoings and then have a decent market space. We'll come to this thing when you ask that question, because
I want to come to the 5 priorities. In the meantime, a lot of people are sending comments.
Yes, please.
On the traffic. So, for example, somebody says School Junction is also getting bad.
Yes.
They've added a traffic light to make matters worse.
Atomic Junction is another one that has come up strongly. Yeah.
So, what are the top 5 priorities for people who are going to head important assemblies? And by that I mean assemblies in our urban spaces with the current challenges of urban sprawl. So, we're talking Ga Central, Ga South, Ga East, Ga North.
Yeah.
We are talking Lankwantanan, Madina, Abokobi. We're talking AMA, which funnily enough is becoming one of the smallest. Then TMA as well in Accra. In Kumasi as well, there's quite a few. Ejusu Joabing area. There's also Asokore Mampong. And then there's KMA itself. All of these coming up. Let me read 2 quick announcements, take a short break, and come back to the matter. Now, the Mumba Money Festival train, that Momo Fest 2025, is here. Join us for a shopping and musical experience from your favorite vendors and artists from the 16th to the 17th of May at the Libya Quarters AstroTurf Medina. Come and experience cashless market with over 50 top-tier vendors in Accra, up to 20% discount on goods and services on sale, and a chance to win up to 10,000 CDs in the Momo Keteke game show. Education and awareness on Momo fraud also available. And hey, Medical, Joey B, and LEL are all going to be there on the 17th. Side attractions include DJs on rotation, board and TV games, kids zone, Momo giveaways, and more. Download the Momo app now and join the team at the Libya Quarters AstroTurf in Medina from 16th to the 17th of May. And just Momo it everywhere you go. Momo Fest is powered by Momo from MTN and proudly sponsored by MTN Business and IO Insurance. If you're looking for an easy way to manage your finances in business, Build Financial Technologies is the trusted platform for businesses across the continent, effortlessly handling invoicing, payments, and payroll with secure, advanced encryption. Save time, reduce cost, and enjoy live support with local integrations. Visit build.africa, download our app, or call 0308 040 007. Build, do more with less stress. Bolt Foods is definitely the number 1 option for the delivery of all your favorite meals from your favorite restaurants. On Bolt Foods, get a delicious medium Ghanaman wings and a bottle of Coke for just 260 cedis. Grab a small Ghanaman wings and bottle of Coke for 99 cedis from Papa's Pizza. These offers are exclusively available for you on Bolt Foods. Download the Bolt Food app today and enjoy. This is the City Breakfast Show. Lots of things coming up. Stay with us.
The City Breakfast Show. Rise above the noise.
Kids, no running. They grow up so fast.
Come here, guys. Who wants to watch their favorite show on GoTV?
Your family's favorite moments are made better with GoTV's shows. We've got loads of local, international, and kids channels, and all the football you need. from the comfort of your home.
You can also watch your favorite shows wherever you are with GoTV Stream. Stick with GoTV and let's go together. GoTV. Love it.
Calling all farmers, agribusinesses, and innovators, this is your chance to shine. Channel 1 TV invites you to exhibit at Agri Fair 2025, one of Ghana's largest agriculture exhibitions. From Friday 20th to Sunday the 22nd of June, the A4 Sutherland Children's Park in Accra will come alive with the very best from Ghana's agribusiness sector. Are you a farmer with fresh produce of any kind? Be it crops, livestock or poultry, fisheries or aquaculture, or you're a supplier of agro inputs and processing machinery? This is your platform to connect with the world. Agri Fair 2025 is more than an exhibition. Showcase your fresh produce, share your expertise and experience, and grow your business. So, to all farmers with fresh produce, livestock or poultry, fisheries or aquaculture products, come, sell, network, and expand your business. Agri Fair 2025, where culture meets innovation. Register now to secure your spot. Call us on 0205 973 973. Agri Fair 2025 is powered by Channel 1 TV with support from 97.3 Citi FM and is proudly sponsored by Exim Bank and Legacy Crop Improvement Center.
Where are you?
Bossman, I'm at the bank.
Really? But your car is in front of your house.
Bro, my bank on my phone, Charlie.
Oh, how?
EcoBank, bro. With EcoBank mobile app, I can do everything, anywhere, anytime. Listen, I just checked my account balance, paid Ahmed's school fees, and sent money to my grandma at Wale.
Oh, wow.
Wow. Masa, just download the EcoBank mobile app from the Google Play Store or the App Store, or dial *770# and be your own bank manager.
Manager.
Whether to pay bills or fees, to check account statements, send money across Ghana, abroad, and more, EcoBank mobile app has got it covered. EcoBank Mobile, making everyday people live everyday lives the EcoBank way. EcoBank, the Pan-African bank.
Hi, Mom, it's me, Kwame.
Hey, Kwame. How are you?
Mom, I'm fine, oh.
Okay.
You know something?
No, tell me.
I'm looking for a complete furniture set for my new place.
Kwame, I've told you before, the only one place you should go, eh?
Yeah, Mom, but I need a mattress to fit my bed.
Ash foam.
I need a bed to fit my room.
Ash foam.
What about a sofa where go relax my body?
Ash foam.
Wardrobes to fit all my clothes?
Ash foam.
What about linens and pillows for sweet dreams?
Kwame. Ash foam.
Mommy, that I feel you. Ash foam all the way.
From mattresses to beds, sofas, wardrobes, linens, pillows, and more. Don't waste time and visit any Ash foam showroom across the country or call our hotline at 0243 200 729. Ash foam. Feel it, know it.
This is the City Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
12 minutes past 9, City Breakfast Show. What should the top priorities be for our urban city managers? Now, I'm going to run through this quickly. I got 2 votes here from 2 listeners before I bring your comments in. Here's one from a regular listener who says, Bernard, our top priorities for the assemblies: 1, revenue generation; 2, waste management; 3, good road network; 4, good social infrastructure; 5, security. Okay. 1, on recommendation 1, overtime assemblies which are showing consistent profitability can be permitted to issue municipal bonds for capital projects. You are clearly an investment banker, so you are thinking from the money side of things. There's an interesting comment I got here from a listener who's not 2 and 2s with their drivers. Trotro drivers want to strike against indiscipline on our roads. Then doomsday is near. It says this strike is like saying lions want to strike against cannibalism or fish want to demonstrate against water. Wow. This is very
They shouldn't be too surprised. It depends on where you play your game yourself, because you see, they have every reason to want to bring attention to the problem. And that does not exclude them from being guilty themselves in many ways. Okay, if you are in that trading space, and I'm talking about retail in the market, you understand them, because for a distance of 500 meters, it can take you 30 minutes to 1 hour.
Crazy.
Just to deliver goods and go back.
It's terrible.
So they have to shout so that people will hear them.
Give me the top 5 things incoming assembly heads, metropolitan municipal assembly heads should emphasize based on your own reading of the situation. First one.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if you are in charge of the assembly, what should be your priority?
Give me the top 5.
Okay. So my first one will be discipline, ensuring discipline through the use of the bylaws. That one is my topmost. Discipline.
So basically obeying the bylaw.
Yes. Trying to ensure that the bylaws are working across board. That is very, very key.
So don't start any new law. Just pick the bylaw and enforce it.
Oh yes, enforcing the bylaw on discipline.
That's one.
The discipline of getting people aligned to the bylaws.
Correct.
Good.
Number 2.
Number 2 is reorganizing the markets.
Reorganizing markets.
Markets, yes.
That's a big one.
Reorganizing markets.
Because they are the centers of everything.
I tell you that the markets, if we don't reorganize them, we are in trouble. If we don't reorganize the markets and put structure to the markets, and you see, the markets, the people who go to the market, they are not passing through the market. The traders,
they are going there.
They live there, and for most of them, they spend at least 12 hours a day in the market. So it's indeed their homes. So reorganizing the market is providing all the necessary amenities, first putting structure, providing amenities for the markets. We talk about health. You don't expect the person selling tomatoes when they have headache to leave their tomato and go to the polyclinic. They have BP, they are not going, because in their minds, if I spend 2-3 hours in the hospital,
I'm losing.
I have lost.
So bring health to them.
Bring health to them. So I'm just saying that reorganizing the markets is key. And the markets, as we have structured in our economy, is the bedrock of our commerce.
Of course.
So the markets is and then the third thing is reorganizing our transportation.
We have a big job.
Reorganizing our transportation. Okay. And I'm not saying I go and buy buses.
Which is what we tend to do.
Yeah. No. Organize the streams of transportation, registration of vehicle transport owners, helping with scheduling, helping with where they will park, where they pick passengers. We need to reorganize. It's very important.
So that's transportation as number 3.
Now, And I'm saying all these things with the background that the assemblies don't have 100 financial independence.
Of course not.
But I am talking about things that can if you like, fund themselves if done properly.
Okay.
You don't need government money to ensure that the bylaws are working. Okay, so a lot of... Now, the next one is education. Education. I'll put education and then health.
That's one. So
The
the social issues within the assembly now.
Yes.
So first is discipline and enforcement of bylaw. 2 is the market as the center of economic and commercial life. 3 is transportation, the movement of people. 4 and 5, education and health, depending.
Yes.
And for health, you're saying it's not about building infrastructure.
No, not. I won't even talk about infrastructure.
So for
it's
health,
extending health services to the most populated spaces that you have.
So community health, public health outreach,
community health,
megaphones, sending the nurses around, enhancing
our community health practices.
Because of cholera and all these things that are associated with.
Because look, Ghana, we are not such a sophisticated country when it comes to health. Okay, about 50 to 60% of our health needs will still lie in the area of malaria, dysentery,
the communicable ones.
Yes,
before
very
we
basic.
come to NCDs.
Before you come to all the major ones. So I think health, education.
I like this. Well, my team is asking me that we need to take a short break because we have to do some quick interview. But thank you, Samens. Don't forget, we've launched officially now on air the Agri Fair, 20th, 21st, 22nd of June at the Efua Sutherland Children's Park. It's free entry, but if you want to exhibit and sell your fresh farm produce, whether it's crops, vegetables and poultry or fish, it's basically 0205 973 973. We'll be talking about that throughout the rest of the days of the month of May as we approach the month of June as well. A couple of interviews coming up shortly. Roberts & Sons Optical Service is excited to announce the arrival of their stunning new optical frame collection from the sleek molding and vintage chic. Our frames are designed to make you look and feel amazing. We have great offers and amazing deals for you, and there's something for everyone. Visit Roberts & Sons today and discover your perfect pair of authentic and affordable frames for both adults and kids. For more inquiries, call 0501 519 111 or 0302 222 601 or visit robertsandsonsoptical.com for a better experience in shopping. Roberts & Sons, seen is believing.
This is the City Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
Burna Boy, Trevor Noah, Black Coffee, Chimamanda the writer, Febe Mugugu the fashion designer.
And many more young African icons didn't get where they are by following mainstream paths. They did things differently. Say yes to doing things differently. Say yes to the creative person within you, the maker, innovator, entrepreneur. Chart a new path, learn new skills, globally recognized by the American Welding Society and Pearson's BTech. So whether in Ghana or abroad, you will shine. Say yes to DTI, a learning experience that is next level. Go to dtiafrica.com or call 054-169-3534.
Mom, please can I have some milk in my Milo? Have you tasted it? No. But I didn't see you add milk. Hey, taste it before you ask me any questions. Hey, milk na chumu say. This is Milo all in one. Milo pampa, cocoa, malt, milk and show, everything is inside.
Milo All-in-One already comes with more milk. Just mix with water and taste the nourishing goodness of quality cocoa, malt, and more milk all in one sachet. Milo, the energy to go further.
This advert is FDA approved.
Join the conversation on the City Breakfast Show on Facebook at facebook.com/City97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/City973, and Instagram at instagram.com/City973 with the hashtag CityCBS.
So it's 22 after 9. We have great friends in the studio. They are from Landfills to Landmax. Have you heard that before? Landfills to Landmax. They want to redefine the global textile future. So what's the Landfills to Landmax about? And how can you be a part of it? I have two co-founders of Landfills to Landmax, Samuel Ofori Jampo and Henry Treku. Gentlemen, good morning and welcome to the studio.
Good morning. Good morning.
First of all, energy no from Kakra. Good. Now I'm getting to the Landmax. So let's talk about Landfills to Landmax, right? I love the play of words on this, but what is this? What's inspiring this? What's its relevance in our global environmental context today?
All right. Thank you very much. So Landfills to Landmax is a global platform and a summit that is anchored in Ghana.
Okay.
And we are bringing together policymakers, innovation, and also all stakeholders within the textile value chain to tackle the growing crisis of textile waste. And this basically is what the event is about. But in terms of what inspired this, I think over the years, there's been a lot of conversation about textiles and the textile waste. Bear in mind, textile waste is not just items that we import. There's also local waste that's emanating from that. And what has happened is that in as much as there's been a lot of data on how this negatively impacts the environment, there's also been very limited action to take care of or to solve the problem.
Right.
So Landfills and Landmax was inspired following deep research to tackle this problem through innovation. And so what we have done, of course, my colleague will tell you more about it, is to develop a product or a software that is going to lead a conversation for the first time here in Ghana. That will happen on the 22nd to the 23rd of this month in Kipski.
So, but how bad is this textile waste thing for which we are thinking about innovating to solve the problem?
Right. So just so you know, 10% of carbon emissions comes from textiles.
Right.
So anytime we produce or anytime we dump textiles into landfills, we are generating 10%. We are contributing 10% of carbon emission. This is frightening, and this is expected to go up, given the trend with which we are going with fast fashion.
Right.
So it's a real global challenge that we need to deal with it from a systematic point of view.
Okay.
So where we bring every stakeholder, because it's not a problem where you tackle it from one side of the value chain. You have to have the entire value chain.
Correct.
And address it comprehensively, because it's a systematic problem and you have to deal with it with a systematic solution.
And that's where Landfills to Landmax comes in.
Exactly.
So what are we doing, guys? Let us know.
Okay, so basically at the event, which is next week, Thursday, 22nd and 23rd May, the event is theme redefining the global textile future, but day one will focus on leadership and collaboration.
Okay.
This is where the discussion around policy that will define the use of the first ever software for the downstream traceability will be unveiled.
There's a software for downstream traceability.
Yes,
Okay.
so we'll unveil that software at the event. And then in addition to that, we'll also unveil the One Again initiative.
One Again initiative. What's that?
So this is where we give second life to clothes or textile that would have ended up in landfills, where we'll encourage young designers to repurpose used clothing and turn them into something new, giving textiles a chance to
a new
life
lease
again.
of life.
Exactly.
I see. Now, I do know that globally there's a lot of funding going into sustainability, environmentally sustainable initiatives such as this, and there are programs, courses people are traveling around to do, or others are taking here. Are you, as part of your event, going to have some training for our artists, people who are in the clothing industry, fashion designers, tailors, seamstresses, and all of those in the value chain? Is there any training you will give to people like that so they can, give old clothes a new lease of life, so we don't dump them, they don't end in landfills?
Yes, there is. In fact, one of the highlights of the program is we're bringing in the country Stuart Trevor, who is the designer, also the founder of All Saints. It's a UK retail brand.
Okay.
Now, key thing is to support our local upcyclists integrated into external value chains. So from the design perspective is key. So he'll be organizing a workshop for our local designers and training them how to design for sale and design for scale with sustainability in mind. We're also launching the One Again project is in fact launching multiple training schemes as well. So we'll be working with multiple partners to support their local designers. Key thing is there's a lot of designers already here in Ghana, and the only thing is that not being able to give them the right leverage or the right access to markets sometimes could make their art despondent. So what we're trying to do with this event is really bring them into the conversation, partner them with industry stakeholders who have excelled at doing this, and create opportunity for them externally beyond Ghana.
That's exciting. So who can be a part of Landfills to Landmarks, and how do we get to be a part of it?
Well, in fact, everybody is welcome. We have policy makers, we have fashion entrepreneurs, we also have ESG advocates, and we are not leaving out the youth. So the youth and then the voices from the market. So all these key stakeholders are welcome to join. Yes, but we have very limited seats, so it will be good if you can call 020-506-7064 so that you can reserve your seat at the event.
Okay, let's take the number again.
020-506-7064.
Okay, that's good. So those who want to be part know what to do. 020-506-7064.
That's correct.
So when we call this number, what do we do?
So basically, you can request for your ticket, and yes, it will be made available to you. Additionally, you can go to our website, landfillstolandmarks.com, and just buy your ticket online.
Right. Who are some of the speakers we are expecting on day one in particular?
Right, so day one we have international and local speakers. For our local partners, we have the minister from the office of the Minister for Climate Change and Sustainability. He will be there.
Right.
We'd also have the director of ESG for TRI, Textile Retail International, will also be there.
Right. Okay, that's exciting. So what's the long-term impact that we are hoping to achieve with this massive gathering, and why is it significant for Ghana, Africa, and the global fashion industry?
Well, so our main aim is to achieve 100% textile waste diversion by 2050.
Okay.
So this is why...
Oh, that's serious.
Yeah,
100% textile waste diversity by 2050. That's 25 years from now.
So if you are 20 today, you'll be 45 by the time we achieve this goal. That is why on day 2 we are having the youth engagement to drive the conversation. That's why we are bringing the youth on board right at the very beginning to own the conversation, own the initiatives, and make it happen. And then once this is achieved, we'll be able to create a lot of jobs. We are aiming to achieve 100,000 green jobs by 2040.
100,000 green jobs by 2040.
For us to do this, we need to educate young people. So we aim to educate 1 million key stakeholders across the value chain by 2040 as well. And then on this journey, whilst we achieve all of this, we'll be able to reduce the carbon emission by 30% by 2035.
Exciting. So for as many as want to be a part of this, if they have youth groups, they have young people, they want them trained, if they reach out to this number, they can get some support, correct?
Yes, they can.
Okay, that's exciting. So Samuel Ofori-Jampo is co-founder Landfills to Landmarks, same as Henry Treku, and Landfills to Landmark is happening in May, next week, Thursday, at Kempinski Gold Coast City Hotel. Yes, it's a 2-day event, and they're saying that if you're interested, and I trust you are, call 0205-067-064. I'll take your last message, gentlemen, for our listeners, and then we will look forward to the big day.
Well, I think the event is really about unlocking opportunities. So listening out there, key things that this event will unlock, in addition to what my colleague said earlier, we unlock ESG-backed investments. It would also unlock carbon credits opportunities, and also job creation. So, yes, we'll be happy to welcome all those listening to us today. If you want to know more how we can partner with you will be critical as well on this event.
Excellent. Samuel?
Yes, no, we're looking forward to having everybody, attend this event. And yes, we'll still make it possible for those who can't join in person to join online as well. We'll provide online streaming links for those of us who can't join in person.
That's great. Quickly, who are your sponsors? Let's acknowledge them before we...
So for our key collaborators, we have Sate Recycling and Cream Exchange.
Okay.
We are supported by the British Heart Foundation, which is patroned by the King, His Royal Highness King Charles himself.
Mm-hmm.
Our headline sponsor is TRI Group. It's made up of Nathan's Cook Store, Textile Recyclers, Nathan's Waste Savers, SWD, and Wilcox International. We also have ELT Global, and then locally here we have Office. So this event is actually in partnership with the Office of the Minister of State for Climate Change and Sustainability.
Okay, that's exciting. Samuel and Henry, thank you for passing through, and we wish you all the best on your event.
Thank you so much.
Wonderful.
Thank you.
It's 33 after 9. After that conversation from landfills to landmarks, we take a very quick break. When we are back, we have so much more for you on 97.3 Citi FM, City Breakfast Show. Caleb Kuda, stay with us.
This is the City Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
Dear home, no interest for 2 years. Are you ready to step into your dream home? With Lakeside Estate's exclusive offer, you can own your own home in just 2 years with no interest payment. This offers you affordable payments, flexible home purchase plan, quality homes, and lifestyle change. Choose from a variety of beautiful homes in any of Lakeside Hills clusters. Your future awaits you. Imagine living in a home you love with the freedom to invest in your dreams without the burden of interest. As your CIMG Real Estate Company of the Year for the 4th time, we offer you hassle-free home acquisition. Call us today on 020-477-5043 or 020-477-5042. Don't miss out on this incredible opportunity. Call us now to learn more and schedule a tour for our available homes. T&C supplied. Make your dream a reality. Lakeside Estate. Quality homes for all.
Unbelievable is yours to own with DSTV. Get unbelievable local entertainment with Shakai Lemba, Nigerian Idol, and Big Brother Niger.
Unforgettable night.
Catch unbelievable sporting moments from the Premier League, La Liga, F1, and more.
Absolutely sensational.
Laugh along with unbelievable kids edutainment like Paw Patrol. And experience unbelievable international shows like Law & Order and Lioness Special Ops.
Let's go!
Download the My DSTV app today and own the unbelievable.
Join the conversation on the City Breakfast Show on Facebook at facebook.com/City97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/City973, and Instagram at instagram.com/City973 with the hashtag CityCBS.
This is the City Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
It's 36 after 9. We are about to have a conversation that will pique your interest if you are in the SME sector, and particularly you have been looking out for some venture capital and funding opportunities. My guests are the men who have been in the industry for more than 2 decades, and they're here to share some of their impact reports with us. They've published a very beautiful impact report on their 20th anniversary, and who knows, you could be a part of their next anniversary impact report. So Michael Abe is Chief Executive of Venture Capital Trust Fund. He's here with Percival Ofuri Ampoma, General Manager of Venture Capital Trust Fund. Gentlemen, it's good to have you in the studio.
Thank you very much.
Good to
Great.
see you.
It's a good time to talk about money, job creation, SME, and all of that. So let's talk about this Venture Capital Trust Fund. Who are you? What do you do?
Great, thank you very much, and good morning to our cherished listeners. So the Venture Capital Trust Fund is a fund of funds that has two clear mandates as established by law, Act 680. The first is to provide venture capital financing to venture capital finance companies,
right,
and then they in turn support businesses or small, medium-scale businesses. The second mandate we have, by law, is to see how best we provide resources to develop the ecosystem. That's the venture capital, private equity ecosystem. So as you may know, the trust fund was founded in 2004, and we subsequently commenced operations in 2006.
Right.
So we've been in operations for over 2 decades. And the last year marked the 20-year anniversary of the trust fund.
Right.
And so, of course, as would be with any living organism or any organization, there is always the need to, at some intervals or stages in life, catalog what your experiences have been so far, what your challenges, your
in other words, show working,
what the prospects look like for our entrepreneurs and the ecosystem generally.
Right.
And so that led to the impact report as we have here, which was launched, I think, 2-3 weeks ago at the Ghana Venture Capital Association conference at Kempinski.
And I see you have a very beautiful report here. I have a copy in my hands. You've talked about your vibrant, well-structured and resource venture capital industry, where you focus on diversifying the economy and contributing to economic growth and the SDGs. I'll allow you some time to elaborate more on that. And then you talk about outcome 1, 2, and 3. In outcome 1, you've increased SME performance and development impact. Under that, sustainable companies and jobs, transforming agriculture, manufacturing, healthcare, and education. Piper Pretty. That's improving livelihoods in the piggery sector. That sounds exciting. And then you have the Sweden Ghana Medical Center. So let's take it one after the other, right?
Right.
Let's start with the first one, which is the vibrant, well-structured and resourced venture capital industry. Tell me more about it.
Okay, thank you very much. And let me also send warm greetings to your wonderful listeners. So, over the last 20 years, what venture capital has been doing is to, in addition to investing its own money, that is the money that government invested in the trust fund, mobilize private sector capital to support SMEs in the ecosystem. You know that the demand for SME financing or demand for financing is quite high. Estimates are ranging about $15 billion on an annual basis, requirement for our SMEs to be able to thrive. Government alone cannot do that.
True.
So it means that we must support private sector people who also want to invest. So these are institutional investors. In that frame, over the last 20 years, we've mobilized about 2 billion Ghana cedis. That is directed at SMEs. Now, if you want to place that in context, if a bank requires 400 million Ghana cedis to set up one bank, you can count that as how many banks? 3 to 4 banks that have been set up purposely to provide long-term capital for SMEs. Then these are patient capital that is going into the company to support the company's growth, to allow the entrepreneurs to focus on long-term growth rather than always paying interest and interest and interest, and not focus on any innovation or anything like that. So we've done that. We've supported 14 venture funds, funded about 77 companies. Some of the notable companies we funded were, a first innovation in the country. One of them is the one you mentioned, the Ghana Sweden Medical Center. Was the first cancer center in Ghana. We financed the first female.
In fact, I'm told it's the cancer care for West Africa.
Yes, it is now exposed for West Africa. So it was the first in Ghana, and we've managed to do that as part of the venture capital program. So for the ecosystem, it is our support that we are running to make sure that it's not just us, but there are other people coming in. So the 14 fund managers continue to raise money to support the SMEs in the ecosystem. And recently, we've seen that the pension funds who are also looking for alternative assets to invest in so that our pension monies will grow. For us, when you go on pension, you get a decent amount of money
have also shown interest in it, and there's a lot of vibrancy in the ecosystem. And that is inspired by venture capital's catalytic approach to investing in the ecosystem. So those are some of the things. We have a university, AUCC. We have Legacy Girls, if you've heard of it.
This is around somewhere to do with about Akuse.
Yes, so that's one of Everpure. Everpure is one of portfolio companies. In fact, one of the biggest pension funds in Ghana, Axis Pension Funds, is also a portfolio company. Some of these people have benefited. We have companies focusing on climate-related issues, companies in agribusiness, companies in manufacturing, education. All these have been financed, and the ecosystem continues to grow.
I was particularly interested in the transformation of agriculture and the SMEs within that space. Tell me more. Who are some of the people who have benefited, and how has your partnership helped transform such enterprises and created more jobs and increased food production and help towards our food security? Tell me more about the agribusiness sector.
So several years ago, we had a company. It's called Vesta Oil Mills. When we invested, it was a startup. Today, it's a very big soya meal processing company. It's one of the, if not the biggest in Ghana. Processes a lot of soya meals, some of them for export, for local consumption. Employs a lot of people. It's just a portfolio company. We sponsored, we helped them to start. The most exciting one I can say is recently we've done another investment called Wami Agro. This is a middleman that actually mobilizes products from farmers and then creates markets for them.
Wami Agro.
Wami Agro. So they have several thousands of farmers that they are supporting, in excess of about 13,000 farmers. The plan when we did the investment was to start from 13,000 and go to 15 and 20,000, supporting these farmers with either capital or inputs so that these farmers can produce their products, and then when they are done, they bring it to Wami Agro. Wami Agro then creates the market for them so that the products can go, farmers can get money.
Right.
This is something that we have invested in, that we've done. In the past, we've also invested in agro-processing companies. Some of them we have exited. These companies are processing anything from spices to cocoa, and all these companies are in the agro-processing industry, working, creating jobs. The one you said, Piper Pretty, is one of our latest investments.
Piggery sector.
It is revolutionizing piggery sector in Ghana.
Wow.
Modern equipment. If you go there, you'll be amazed.
Where are they?
In Kumasi, somewhere in Ashanti region.
Bring them to the Agri Fair we are doing here.
we will bring
it's
them.
Very important. We want to taste their pork, you see. This is from 20th to 22nd, I believe, at the Children's Park. We've spoken about it. So I'll give you the details after they come. They have to bring their pig. I'm very interested in that.
You will like it. So,
I look forward to it.
So for the footprint we've left in the agro-processing or education or any of the industries you can talk about, considerably huge, but there's a lot to be done. A lot.
So
and I
much
think
more.
My CEO can share some light on the vision that we want to do to align the VCTF, especially with government policy in terms of creating jobs, in terms of expanding the economy, and to do well for the SMEs and for them to thrive.
CEO, let's talk about that. We've done 2 decades. In another 2 decades, by 2050, we are told the population of Africa will be the youngest in the world. We're going to hit about 2.5 billion. That means that would have a very active youth force, working population, and we need to get them engaged. And I'm sure the risks frighten every reasonable, well-meaning African, but the opportunities in terms of the market, in terms of the labor force, all of that, especially when they're skilled, ethical, and enterprising, that's a good opportunity. And I'm sure you play a very critical role in transforming that kind of space. So in the next 2 decades, where are we going?
Well, thank you. That's a good question. The long-term dream is to be able to position Ghana as a premier destination for venture capital, private equity, transactions, ecosystem, and hoping to leverage on, for instance, the AFTA and how businesses that we support would trade within the trade region largely. Within the short to medium time frame, we are looking at, as my general manager mentioned, plugging onto Government of Ghana programming initiatives And so we are envisaging, and I announced this at the Kuhu Business Forum a couple of weeks ago, launching the Ejumera Fund,
right,
which is to support Government of Ghana's Ejumera program, which
right,
intends to nurture and grow 10,000 startups yearly. But for the trust fund, we are looking at, because when you look at our approach, we have more or less a public-private partnership.
You're providing funding, but you're giving them critical technical assistance that they will need in order to make whatever you're giving them profitable and multiply what they get.
And that is why our model is very unique,
right,
because we, as a public agency, you have the private sector also playing a role, who are the fund managers, to execute the task of supporting the entrepreneurial ecosystem in Ghana.
That's good.
Now, we are also looking at establishing the 24-hour SME fund, which is to support existing businesses that intend to, of course, scale up and increase production, optimize productivity. And we've had some conversations with the 24-hour Economic Secretariat already,
right,
and we've moved beyond the conceptualization stage now,
right,
and I'm hearing hopefully by July, I guess thereabout, we should be launching the program.
That's exciting.
And so we are to, I mean, businesses out there who intend scaling up, increasing productivity, do a 247 production. The trust fund with its the 24-hour SME fund would be available through our fund managers to support their operations.
That's exciting. In July, we should look forward to this, right? How can we get in touch? What's the contact? We want an access to you, really. You know, we've heard all that you've said. You talk about the Ejumera program, the 24-hour SME fund, and all the amazing stories, impact stories you've captured in this report. How many pages? More than 50, I guess. This is it's about 50-page report. And so some of us are listening.
Is available on our website.
It's on your website. So we've heard all these exciting stories, and we are drooling. We want to be a part of this. We have Piggery, we have Maize Farm, we have X, Y, and Z, and we want to be a part of this. How do we get in touch?
Okay. So first of all, it's very, very simple.
Okay.
info@vctf.com.gh.
info@vctf.com.gh. Okay.
If you go there are tons of information available for you. You will see the fund managers. You would have contact for fund managers. You'll see everything we've done. It will be all there.
Wonderful.
But for those who want to call, I may leave a number.
Right.
+233 if you're calling international.
Right.
302-671459.
Right.
That's the line for VCTF. If you need any additional information that you're not finding on our website, you can always call and we'll be happy to assist.
That's exciting.
Our fund managers are also there. We created a link on our website to all our fund managers. So if you go there and one particularly suits your interest, you may be in education, you may be in pig farming, or you may be in agro-processing, whatever. Each of these fund managers have specific areas they look at. So depending on what your requirements are, when you go there, you will be able to research and click on the relevant ones that you can go to approach them and find out whether they will be able to assist.
That's interesting. So you have fund managers for various sectors. So as an SME, depending on my area of interest or wherever I've been working, like I just spoke to those in the fashion industry, you have fund managers for different sectors. So if I go online, I research and read around all that you do, I find who works best for me, and then I go in there to work with them.
That's right.
And you're saying not only do I get funding, I get technical support as well.
Yeah.
How competitive is it to get into this?
Go ahead.
Well, it's not competitive at all.
Do I need to put up a structure, be running for some time, need some years of experience, have some number of employees before I can apply for this?
You know, let me say this to our wonderful listeners, especially for the SMEs who are listening. You know, a lot of times people say they want money.
Yeah.
Competitive, yes, because the money is limited.
Right.
Of course, we don't have a limitless pool.
Correct.
So it would always be competition, and the competition is for the best and the most potential, the biggest potential, or the
most viable,
the most viable.
Yeah.
To go through. But I always say that anybody looking to raise money from a venture capital or private equity fund, must first be honest with themselves.
Right.
No, if you are not honest and you go, the fund manager can smell it from afar and you will not get the money.
You are
So that's
trained
the first,
for the dishonest
yes.
people. You know them.
And you must get your stuff in order. Because it's not just about just approaching and say, hey, I have an idea. What have you done with that idea? What have you put together? What have you?
The rubber must hit the road.
Yes, you must put
have
something
to
together.
show.
You must have something to show.
Right.
Even if it's a startup, you have the right people behind you, the right team, the right background. You know, it is competitive. You can get it, but you must be prepared for it.
Fantastic.
Like everything else in life.
Yeah.
So the number one thing, if for purpose of time, the number one thing is be honest, be prepared, be open, and show what you have, and the fund managers would listen to you.
Be honest, be prepared, be open. That sounds like the name of a joint venture, so OPV, honest, open, OH rather. Okay, so let's talk about some of the challenges that you've had to deal with in the last 2 decades, right? CEO, tell me, I know it's not been all rosy, so what are some of the challenges you've encountered? How have you overcome them?
Well, so first of all, just as any, living organism, the ecosystem evolves. And to the extent that the ecosystem evolves, what it means is that you must always ensure that in terms of regulation, in terms of policies that support the ecosystem, you're always on top, up to speed with even modern trends as time evolves. One of the things we're hoping to do, and as part of our ecosystem work, which of course is to address a challenge, is to come up with the Limited Partnership Act to regulate investment, particularly international investors who invest in here. And we've commenced with the support of the World Bank through the Ghana Economic Transformation Project. We are working on that assiduously. Another challenge which we are hoping to also address with one of our interventions is the number of fund managers we have in the country, or those working with us largely. We hope to build their capacities. We hope to deepen the quality of work they do. So we've come up with what we call the Fund Managers Development Program, which we are running to address that challenge as well. Again, thinking about the future of the ecosystem and on sustainability matters, we have another intervention seeking to address the issues of sustainability, which is what we call the Venture Capital Analyst Program, to always train the next cohort of venture capital analysts for the ecosystem. And so far we've passed 2 cohorts. Already we've started interviews, almost done with the interviews for this year's cohort of analysts that we seek to train for the future. Yes, we seek for deepened collaboration with policymakers. We seek for deepened collaboration with government. And I must say that we are very much happy and commend His Excellency the President John Dramani Mahama for his bold promise he made at the Kuhu Business Forum to establish a National Venture Fund. And to us, this goes to tell his commitment. It's a testament to his vision to ensuring that the venture capital private equity ecosystem thrives. And already we've had some discussions with the Chief of Staff as to how to materialize this. Yeah, so a few challenges here and there, but it's our hope and with the dream of making Ghana a premier destination for venture capital private equity for the continent. I believe that in a matter of years, we should get to this vision.
So Michael Abe is the Chief Executive Officer of Venture Capital Trust Fund. He's here with Percival Ofori Ampoma. He's the General Manager. General Manager, we've talked about sustainability. We've talked about a wide range of issues concerning this. I'll be remiss not to ask about inclusion as well. So in all that you do, how important is inclusion? You know, there's women participation, persons with disability and minority groups are always a big part of conversations now. I want to have them all included. So how inclusive is all that you do?
Thank you. And thank you for the question. So just as a testament to our commitment to make sure that we get that inclusion done, last year we launched the first Women Fund in Ghana. So our first women supported, women sponsored fund was launched last year called Zinari Capital. We gave them 35 million Ghana cedis to start investing in women-owned businesses, women controlled businesses.
Nice.
And they are focusing purely on women. And already they have invested in 4 companies and they are still investing.
Nice.
Our hope is that we will be able to raise additional money to increase the amount of money available. Wow. So that is to tell you how deliberate we are focusing on inclusivity in respect of venture capital investing in the ecosystem as well. We are very mindful of the gender lens issue, and it forms an integral part of our evaluation of any fund manager looking to raise money with us.
Disability?
Yes, disability is part of it. Okay. In fact, one of our portfolio companies, several years ago, we've exited from that company. But one of our portfolio companies, the founder was disabled.
Nice.
Yeah, and we've exited with a good multiple, of course. But we've always been open to some of these concerns. You know, as a government institution, we must be as inclusive as possible, and that forms an integral part of our evaluation criteria when we do that.
Gentlemen, it's been eye-opening talking to you and listening to your journey in the last 20 years and listening to your projections for the next 20. We can wish you the very best and hope that in the next 20 or sooner when we meet, we'll talk about the Ejumapa 24-hour SME fund and all the big things you have come to tell us. We'll see how it's transformed lives. And so thank you so much. Keep impacting. Time is up, but if you have any final word, General Manager or CEO, I'll give you a few seconds that we can wrap up.
Thank you very much, Caleb. So we sell money.
Right.
And before you sell money, you need investors to invest in you so you're able to sell money to support businesses. At the African continent, you have about, in terms of the capital that come in, about 70% being from outside, foreign capital largely. The campaign now has been for us to be able to mobilize domestically to support our own businesses.
Super.
And so we are, of course, as my general manager mentioned, that we are engaging the pension funds for them to open up to, and this is a viable venture, and it's an appeal that it is time. We have to support our own, we have to build our own businesses so we can tell the stories together.
Fantastic.
And if not now, when?
That's a good point.
It's an appeal for us to mobilize locally to support businesses in Ghana.
Mobilize locally to support businesses in Ghana. That is the Chief Executive of the Venture Capital Trust Fund. Thank you so much for passing through. He came together with Percival Ofori and Poma General Manager. Gentlemen, thank you so much for passing through.
Thank you.
Great.
Thank you very much.
You're most welcome. So it's top of the hour. Have a blessed one. Top of the hour, and Sheba Araba Benning joins us with the news at 10. Sheba, how are you doing today?
I'm good, Caleb. How are you?
Excellent and brilliant. So let's jump into the details of your stories.
Hello and welcome to Citi News at